media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. And welcome back here live at C-Mac Southern Kitchen here at 2190 MLK Boulevard. It's the Casey Dick Show. And I'm joined here now by senior linebacker Dax Horton. D, what's up, my man?
What's up?
Dax, talk about just what it's been like, the transition, and how comfortable it seems that you are here at Fayetteville with this linebacker core.
I mean, at first when I came here, Coach Dick called me the very first day. Talked to me a little bit, got me in contact with Coach Davis, and then I think that weekend, Coach Davis sat down for me for like maybe an hour or two and just kind of giving me a rundown of what's everything's like. Then I think that next week to practice, met the guys, just kind of introducing myself. It took a little bit, but, got everything to it. And then I think when we got to fall camp, we just put on the pads, and I feel like everything just kind of felt natural. Like just going out there and playing like I was last year at Bentonville, but I mean, I can't thank enough for like Rhett out there. I mean, Rhett's he knows everything. Right. I mean, he knows a lot, and if I ever have a question, it's someone I can easily rely on. But I mean, Coach Davis also like he always talks to me about like what do you not understand, what do you need help on. So he'll always, make sure I'm understanding what I'm seeing when I go out there before we play on Friday.
Talk about, how big is it, when you have, former guys that's played that position like Coach Davis and Coach Bowerman, Coach Bowerman being an all-state linebacker at Fayetteville High. I mean, how important is it to have guys that can get you so prepared for Friday nights?
I mean, I think it's a big deal. I mean, I feel like if you don't have the coaching staff to get you coached up right, to know their schemes or, like, that they have, I mean, I feel like Coach Davis always has, like, one or two good schemes, like, if the first one's not working, he's got a great backup plan. So, I mean, because they're both so experienced within it, I feel like it's just easy to understand.
Coming into this season, with Fayetteville coming off of that 13-0 state championship year, you guys as a senior group, how have you guys adjusted to that? I mean, was the loss to Texas side, do you think is going to make you guys better in the long run?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I 100% think that loss is going to – it kind of built us as a team because, 13-0 is big, but you're going to get humbled and you're going to run into a team that's really good. And I feel like that's one of the better teams that we're going to see all year. And so I think that was just a great non-con game to see those great athletes down there at Texas High to learn from the mistakes and learn that we are good and we can compete at a high level with them.
Dax, describe talk about each, what does every linebacker like, say a Rhett or Reed or a Luke, what do those guys bring to that linebacker room that makes you all so special?
I mean, I think Slank's he doesn't get the credit that, most linebackers get, but I mean, he's out there, you're watching film on, like after a game and you'll see Slank, he's just doing his job. It's just, he's helping a lot out me and Rhett and Luke a lot more than people are realizing. I mean, I think Luke's a great athlete. I mean, he's a great cover guy. He covers mainly because he's so fast, and so we're mainly in three linebackers. But when he is in there, I mean, playing linebacker, he's fast and downhill, so I mean, he'll hit. And then Rhett's just, I mean, I feel like even if everyone makes mistakes, but I feel like if you make a mistake, Rhett's there to fix it for you. So right. I feel like he's easy to do, and I think with the more of a freedom of me and Rhett's job, it's kind of easier to we both see a lot of good stuff. So if I see something, Rhett's more than likely going to see it. So we'll both do the same thing, and it'll work. We're just not talking, we're just doing it. But when we're doing, it's the right thing, man. So most of the time.
I know a guy we had on last week, senior defensive tackle, Jackson Oliver. I mean, explain what it's like to be behind big number 99 and how important is he, to kind of enable you guys to move around freely and make those type of plays.
He's awesome. I mean, he frees up me and Rhett more than most people think, because he's always, people are having to double him or sometimes even triple him, because he's either, if you're not going to honor him, he's going to beat that one-on-one like 9 times out of 10. So when he beats that one-on-one, it's going to cause havoc for the other team.
Right.
So people are going to have to double him. When you double, there's always going to be the extra guy open. And so, I mean, no matter what, I feel like he's always helping us out a lot.
When you look at this upcoming game versus Rogers, I know you played them last year at that school up north. What do you guys see on film from the defensive side that you're going to have to, kind of make priority to, go on the road and then come back 2-0 in conference?
Find where 14 is. Find where 14 is. That's a big deal. I mean, 14, I don't know, he's like 6'3". I mean, man, he's big, He's got a lot of experience too. Also got to think about the quarterback. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's also fast. So, I mean, if he's not going to see, if his routes aren't open, you're going to have to find them.
Right.
So you got to be honest with that. The O-line's big, I mean, somewhat. And I feel like you just got to fit low. You got to just do what you're supposed to do, and then the other guys are just going to flow to the ball, because that's just how it works.
We're talking with Dax Horton here, joining us here on the KC Dick Show. You're a two-sport athlete. And a lot of people may not know when they come and watch. I mean, not only is he dynamic on the football field, but extra dynamic with that bat in his hand and that glove as well. Talk about just how much more of a transition it was to have guys that you're familiar with also on the baseball field when making this transition in Fayetteville.
I feel like it helped a lot. I mean, when I came here, obviously I knew Charlie. We played on the same summer team. I've known Jason for, man, a long time. We played youth together when he was still living down in Little Rock. So, I mean, he was on the same team, so I knew him. Holzhauer, I played against him. Never played with him, but I played against him. So, I mean, of course I knew who he was. So, I mean, I feel like those guys are just, I mean, that's how I knew him. It was easy to talk to them and then, help me get plugged in and know the other guys on the team.
Right. What was your first experience like at Fayetteville High on that Friday night, being in that purple? I know you, like I said, been on the other side, but what was that like, the night you played Texas High as a Bulldog? How did it was it any different?
It was a lot different. I feel like the Bentonville environment's good, but, I mean, I think the Fayetteville, they just bring you obviously got the fireworks, you got the dog, and, it's just the people, the community and everything are just out there to help support, and I feel like it's good. I feel like it's just a little better in Bentonville, in my opinion. But, I mean, the fireworks kind of put the topping on the cake when you're scoring, or when we win, you see them go off. It's like, yeah, I like that, because last year it made me mad because I was on the opposite side. So, but.
Dax, I want you to talk about Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Horton. I mean, she's probably might be the best photographer in Northwest Arkansas. Puts out great pictures for you guys. But how big is that to have Mom so involved, to be able to bring memories, and then just have parents so supportive?
I think it's great. I mean, you got to have supportive parents, in my opinion. My mom does a great job. She's always wanted what's best for me, and then with her taking the pictures, it kind of just helps me recreate the memories, because I can look back and be like, oh yeah, this is when I played. I can show my kids these when I'm older, so I feel like it'll be amazing. Then my dad, he's always supporting me. He'll be up in the stands, watching me, videoing every play, supporting me there, and he'll be texting me. I'll get him halftime. I'll see texts from him, and I'll read them, and I'll be like, "Come on, Dad, let me do it." But I know he's meaning it from the best. So
when football is over with, Dax, what are your plans? I mean, are you want to be in baseball, or how are things going?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna play high school baseball. We'll see where everything takes me in life. I mean, God's got a plan for me, so obviously, whatever works. If that's football, it's baseball. He's got a plan for me.
When we think about this 24 Fayetteville High defense, Dax, and people come to the stadium on Friday nights to watch you guys, what's that one word that you want people to leave after those 4 quarters are done with, that when they think of Fayetteville defense?
I think that we're resilient. I think that because, I mean, we've been put in some situations where they're not good. And, BA, the offense wasn't clicking in the first half. The defense was out there for the majority of the half, and we played a lot of snaps at half, but to only hold them to I don't know how many points, like 9 or something, that's amazing to us because like resilience because we got put on like the 30 couple times, the 40. They were only coming away with field goals,
Right.
and so I think it's just our resilience.
Hey, that's Dax Horton, senior linebacker for the Fayetteville Bulldogs. He told me a couple days ago he was going to be kind of nervous. He didn't know what type of questions, and it was his first, but you could never tell as he just killed this interview. Dax, looking forward to Friday night, my man. Hey, we'll be back with Coach Casey Dick. It's the Casey Dick Show on the Hill Media, live from C-Max Southern Kitchen at 2190 MLK Boulevard. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. And welcome back here live at C-Max Southern Kitchen here at 2190 MLK Boulevard. It's the KC Dick Show, and I'm joined now here on the show by senior defensive end Jaden Holt. What's up, Mr. Holt?
Man, nothing much, man.
Jaden, senior year. I mean, what are some of your goals that you want to achieve this final campaign?
My goals, honestly, is just to stay consistent through the year and just be able to, finish the season on my terms and, be the best teammate I can for the guys and, so we can finish the year right, just like we did last year.
You played as a sophomore in a very experienced linebacker core. Then last year, you started to really get entrenched in that defense. How have you seen yourself grow in your game from your sophomore to now your senior season?
Honestly, just so much, just in a person, just through the help, just through the coach, especially Coach Davis. Like, he stuck with me by my side, through all the tough times I was, during that change from offense to defense, and just get me down with the plays and, just trust me out there on the field.
I want to talk to you about that. That was pretty, what was that like going from offense to defense? Because you had so well known offensively, but, what did it end up being better for you to go to the defense side?
Honestly, I think so in my case just because my physicality and just, just my play style on the field.
Defensively, and I want to tell everybody, this guy might have made made the biggest play in the history defensively for the high school of Fayetteville in last year's state championship game. Making that play, Jaden, I mean, how much did that heighten your confidence coming back for your senior year?
Honestly, just a lot, and just knowing that we have a strong senior group that's coming back with us that was on the field with me last year, and just be able to get it done. Like, Red, Slang, like all those guys, smart group of guys, and they're all leaders, and we're ready to lead the team to greatness again.
You talking about a leader, you and Jackson Oliver are the two up front in that front. I think to make everything go. I think it's 7 and 99 goes the defense along with number 9, Rhett Tidwell. But when you talk about those three guys, just describe what Rhett brings to this defense and what Jackson and YU three seem to be the big leaders. Man,
I just feel like, especially with JL, like it's JL, like there's no stopping JL, and just his physicality, his play style, and his just development just on and off the field. Like, he's a great person off the field, and he knows these guys look up to him, and he knows how to step up.
We had a guy right before you came on, Dax Horton. Senior linebacker. How big of an addition has Dax been to this defense?
I mean, he's honestly been a great addition, especially throughout the loss between Parker and just getting these Beeville kids like Kendrick and Dax. Like, they came through a lot of experience,
right,
and a lot of time. I mean, they played us in state. They was there with us, so I mean, they came through with a lot of experience and a lot of help.
Well, last time you guys went to Rogers, didn't leave too happy.
No.
I know that's extra motivation, but when you guys watch this Rogers offense, what do you have to do on the defensive side of the ball to remain undefeated in conference?
Honestly, just keep playing physical and just keep playing aggressive how we've been playing. Like, a lot of teams don't really see that. They think we're just gonna come in and just think it's a cakewalk and just mess around out there. But we gonna keep stomping. We gonna keep going to the end.
Last Friday night, you make a swim move, hit the quarterback. I didn't think it was a foul, but what would you rate that hit in your high school career here at Fayetteville?
I'll probably say I'll say that's number one.
Yeah, I'd have to say that as well. Well, lastly, last question, Jaden. Want to make sure that tell you thanks for coming down. But when people think it's 2024 Fayetteville defense, and they come and watch you guys on Friday night, what's that one word you want them to say when they leave?
We the best.
I like that. Hey, senior Jaden Holt. Hey, this guy's got a great rest of the season. I'm talking about might be the defensive player of the year when all is said and done. But, hey, thanks you, Jaden. Hey, we're going to be back with another Bulldog, the junior, that you'll be talking about pretty soon. Brody Jones. It's the Casey Dick Show live here at CMAC Southern Kitchen. Welcome back here live at CMAC Southern Kitchen at 2190 MLK Boulevard. It's the Casey Dick Show, and I'm joined now by, hey, I'm talking about when you see this guy, he is him. He's the one you're going to be talking about. I think he's one of the top juniors in all the state of Arkansas at the cornerback or whatever he decides to do. Brody Jones. BJ, what's up?
What's up?
BJ, talk about, you would have been one of the sophomores last year had you not encountered an unfortunate injury as a sophomore. You would have played on that state championship team, I firmly believe. But now getting back into the varsity, how are you health-wise, and what's it been like to play on Friday nights?
Oh, it's been fun. Going out there as a junior, first year starting. It's just fun going to make plays for my teammates and just doing the best I can.
Watching guys like Casey Lehman, Isaiah Taylor, and those guys, Isaac Pearson, Eli Rose, being able to learn from them, how big do you think that's been for you?
It's been pretty big because Casey, he's a very good corner. He taught me a lot of stuff when he was there. So was ISO. ISO, really good corner, and just build off what they taught me.
Coach Britt and Coach Landry, how big is it to have those guys? Coach Britt being a former collegiate DB. Talk about just, being able to be developed under Coach Britt.
He just always trying to keep my mind in check and just tell me what to do and just how good I am and what I can be and just how I can be good and great at the next level.
This defense, you guys coming in, this last year's was good, but where could this defense rate when the season ends as far as being one of the elite at Fayetteville High?
We good defense. I don't think we as good as last year yet, but we got potential, and I feel like we could be the best.
How do you think you guys have grown from that Texas High loss? You guys came out and really made a statement in the opening conference game at home last week versus B West, but how do you think you guys have grown? Was it a good loss, and you think it's going to help for the long run?
Yeah, I think it was a good loss. I feel like we won too much games, and I feel like that just had like a little, I don't know. We just won too much games, and I feel like we need a little lose so we could come back and just be better next week.
BJ, when I come to the stadium, if I were a fan, I buy popcorn, soda pop, go to the top bleacher. What type of football player will I see in number 3 for the Fayetteville Bulldogs once that football's kicked off for 4 quarters?
A great player. I feel like I do a lot for the team. I try my best when I'm out there every time. I just try to make plays and just try to win a state championship.
What makes Fayetteville High so special in your opinion?
We got a lot of good coaches, a lot of good players, a lot of good, just everything around us good parents, and they just bring a good community together.
They got 2 more questions, guys. We're talking with Brody Jones, junior cornerback for the Bulldogs. Describe that secondary. Young, but a lot of talent back there. Describe what each one of you guys brings to that back end.
I feel like I just go out there and try to do what I do. Kendrick is safety, really good safety, staying over top, coverages. Cole, Charlie, very good players. always doing their part. Kenyon Mathis, strap down corners.
Now, we just talked to Jaden Holt about his offensive ability. I mean, now, I know I see you at practice, and you just slowly try to itch out there and just get maybe a punt return. Is that something you're looking forward to in the future? Maybe that guy over at Coach Dick might let you get a couple offensive snaps.
Yeah, I hope Coach Dick let me get a few offensive snaps. I've been trying to score a few touchdowns, but we're going to see where that go next year.
Brody, when everybody think of the 2024 Fayetteville Bulldog defense, they watch you on Friday nights. What's that one word you want them to say when they leave that stadium?
Amazing.
I like that. I like that. Hey, that's Brody Jones. Get used to the name. Get used to the number, because there are going to be a lot of people coming to Fayetteville to recruit this guy. Brody, want to thank you for being on here, and I'm looking forward to Friday night. We'll be back to close it out with Coach Dick. It's the KC Dick Show live from CMAC Southern Kitchen. Hey, guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. Welcome back here live from CMAX Southern Kitchen at 2190 MLK Boulevard. It's the KC Dick Show as we're wrapping up with Coach. Had two other guys on here previously, Brody Jones and Jaden Holt. Talk about what those two guys bring to the table, with Jaden being the senior. And, what's the ceiling for the junior Jones?
Yeah. Number one, they bring a lot of energy. Both those guys do. I think when you watch both of them, they play with unbelievable effortless. Sometimes we got to do a better job of containing our energy and our outwardness. We got to do a better job there. But they do an unbelievable job of really playing the game passionate, really wanting a better understanding of what they're doing every single day and how to get better. And then Brody is one of those guys that would have played as a sophomore had he not had an injury. But I think his ceiling is super high. He's long at 6'3", plays corner. He's played some receiver in the past, but his ability to really handle a single receiver is one that's not really seen a lot in this league, and he does an unbelievable job each week. And the thing that people are finding out is that Brody is also a very physical football player.
Absolutely.
With elite ball skills. So we're looking for great things for him. Obviously, he's still kind of new, if you will, to getting over there and playing, and he's getting better each and every week. He's really understanding different schemes, different coverages, zone drops, man, all those things that we're asking him to do, blitzing off the edge. So he is growing each week as a player, doing an unbelievable job, and he is one that, as the season progresses and it gets towards the end of the year, we look for his ceiling to continue to rise as well.
When you look at this upcoming game at Rogers, Coach, first of all, what do you guys have to do from an offensive standpoint versus this Rogers defense on Friday night?
I think number one, we have to limit their pressures. Obviously, they're a very high pressure defensive team, and bring a lot of different stunts and twists and pressures from the linebacker position, dropping some defensive ends. So we've got to do a good job of making sure that we handle those while also being able to take advantage of them at the same time. And just be us. I think when you look at us right now, we're I would classify us as a pretty balanced offense. In the years past, we've obviously thrown it 45, 50 times a game, but having our offensive line and Garrett back there along with Christian and Caleb, and then still having those receivers allow us, to be pretty balanced. I think last week we were about 240 yards passing and 240 yards rushing and about 210 yards passing. So you look at those numbers and they're pretty even, which is kind of what we want. And obviously there's some games out there that are going to be a little bit more, some games that are going to be a little bit less. But just proud of how we've kind of transformed and molded and slowly getting to where we want to get to.
Defensively, what's going to be the big key?
I think when you look at the quarterback back there in Regan and some of their receivers that they have. They're not as long as they were last year with the group that they had, but, number 14 and Braxton Lindsay does an unbelievable job. He's a phenomenal player. We'll have to be sound up front, containing the quarterback when he does drop back to pass to make sure he doesn't get out of the pocket and escape and hurt us with our legs. But, I like our matchup, obviously, with our secondary and those guys. And if we'll go out and play who we are, and be who we be, then I think we'll be in good shape to play a great football game.
And real quick before we get off, Coach, I know there's been I know we knew last Friday, Coach V, our offensive coordinator, very unfortunate news about his son. There was some information that you guys put out. Maybe people could help. Could you share the information for those that want to be? Because we got to look out for our family.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a GoFundMe page listed on my Facebook page, but also it's listed everywhere else. So obviously he's in a run for a long battle. Everything is trending where it needs to trend. So hopefully we think he'll get to come back up here soon and be able to do some of those treatments up here. But obviously they'll need some assistance in that new journey that they have. And like I said, our family around here has done a great job of really uplifting them and taking care of them and doing what we can for them. But just an overall great family, great kid. Gavin's 10 years old, third grader. So no kid should obviously have to go through what he's going to go through. And he's been a trooper and a warrior. The kid loves Legos, or anything that he can get his hands on while he's sitting in there for a little bit. So just anything that we could assist them with or be able to provide them with they would be obviously really, really just accepted and proud of what we're doing.
Well, hey, you guys have heard it. If you can do anything, please do. Like I said, Coach, great family. And I've met the young man. Hey, great young man. And if you met him, you'd fall in love with him as well. But, hey, if you're not doing anything on Friday night, you can tune in On the Hill Media as the Bulldogs travel up to Gates Stadium to take on the Rogers Mounties. We will be on the air at 6:15 with kickoff at 7. That'll do it from our producer. We want to thank Jaden Holt, Brody Jones, and Dax Horton for joining us here on the KC Dick Show, and Coach Dick. I'm going to let Coach Dick say it. He knows what to say. You've been watching the KC Dick Show on the Hill Media live from CMAC Southern Kitchen. And you know my final words. What are they, Coach?
Let's get it, Pat.
It's been On the Hill. Y'all be careful.
Hey, guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High.
The little things that we did, some of the things that we can improve on that ultimately make the difference in the ball game, but also, reminding everybody like we're a really good football team as well. We executed really well and had some really bright moments that we can build upon for sure.
Now you got two guys that'll be joining us here. First, senior Jackson Oliver and junior wide receiver Katavian Taylor. First, tell us a little bit about Jackson, Coach.
Jackson's been in our program since obviously he's for forever, 7th and 8th and 9th, watch him work his way all the way up from middle schools, Woodland and Ramey, to a 9th grader, and obviously has a very, very bright future. One of the most athletic big guys, as I've told him, as he's come throughout our program that we've ever had the pleasure to coach, which is awesome. And just a real game changer up front. Not too many guys have the size and athletic ability that Jackson has, and he's done a great job every year of growing and becoming a better leader and becoming a better mentor for us and really taking that next step in the locker room. And Katavian is somebody that was kind of thrust into that role last year, in a limited role, but obviously as the year progressed and it went on, you saw his role increase. And, we tell our kids all the time, don't really know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen.
And his big moment was in the state championship game. I think you watched that game last year, and he made several big plays for us that ultimately were able to put us in a successful place there. And had a great offseason, had a great spring, and had a really great start to the year. From receiving kickoffs to playing special teams, handing the ball every once in a while, and then obviously doing his thing out there at receiver for us.
We'll talk to you about the environment. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. And welcome in live here on the campus of Rogers High School in Rogers, Arkansas. We're at Whitney Smith Stadium for a big-time matchup between the Rogers Mounties and your Fayetteville Bulldogs. Both teams coming in 3-1. Your Bulldogs ranked top 5. The Mounties coming in at ranked 11th. And I'm joined here by my broadcast, by my guy Rags, and my other co-host, DC. What's up, guys?
What's going on? What's going on? We here.
Big-time ball game tonight. First, Eric, I want to talk to you about the Fayetteville defense. What is it that Fayetteville's going to have to do tonight defensively versus this Rogers offense led by junior Braxton Lindsay?
Well, Pat, I believe what they got to do is they got to win on first down. I mean, if they can win the trenches on first down and control the flow of the game, I think they'll be just fine out here tonight.
Defensively, offensively, Aaron, what did the Bulldogs have to do, led by Christian Battles in that very vaunted Fayetteville running game?
I mean, like what you just said, you got to feed Battles and feed them early. Get that running game established just so you can have some open lanes for Katavian Taylor and Jason Delamar, just so you can work that outside run game that they kind of do with the screen passes and the tunnel screens and the different things that they do with those wide receivers. So as Battles goes, the rest of this offense probably going to go tonight.
One thing that stood out to me in last week's game at home versus Bentonville West, as your Fayetteville Bulldogs make their way onto the playing surface for tonight's 6-7A West or 6A or whatever you want to call it matchup. I mean, it's so crazy in this state. But one of the things that stood out to me, guys, and I want to get your take on it, is how they came out and immediately punched the Bentonville West Wolverines in the face following a very emotional game the week prior.
Yeah. I mean, just that Texas High game that they had, there was a lot of emotions. I mean, it went down to the wire. Eventually, Fayetteville fell by 1. But to open that conference with a very good complete win, there was a little times where We had a couple lulls in between the second and third quarters, but we were able to kind of establish our run game, get our guys established on the offensive end, and eventually came out with that win.
Real quick, guys, we want to make a note. If you see some little pieces of so a few belts flying around the Fayetteville sideline, they will be a part of the new tradition with Fayetteville. As we call them, the Let's Get It belts are sponsored by On the Hill Media, First Choice Protection System, C-Mac Southern Kitchen, and Lindsay and Associates. So if you see those belts flying around, if you're in the stadium, that's what they are, the Let's Get It belts. Kids will be making plays. Just moments away here at homecoming. I mean, guys, what do you remember about your homecoming, Derek? And then after that, Aaron, you take that one.
Well, I was always the most popular guy on the campus. So, my homecoming was everything you'd expect it to be, when you're in my position. So it was great. I remember it a long time ago, but, nonetheless or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can still ask them about me to this day.
Yeah.
Look at you.
They know me.
Aaron, what do you remember?
Man, I remember the fun and the pageantry of everything as far as having it at a home game, but I do remember the disrespect of being scheduled on somebody's homecoming. Like that kind of was disrespectful to me. You don't want my team to come to your house on homecoming.
Now on the Hill Media, we got an anniversary for one guy, one particular person in the booth tonight, Aaron Ragland.
Hey,
it was 2 years ago today in this very same stadium where Aaron did his very first high school football game. Unfortunately, a loss, but he's in his third year, and I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I know.
Just thinking about that.
Yeah. I remember coming up here. We parked on the wrong side and had to take the long way around, and but we made it work.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates, C-Mac Southern Kitchen, and First Choice Protection Systems. I want to thank our proud sponsors for making Bulldog football possible here on this beautiful Friday night, brought to you by On the Hill Media TV. As we're just moments away from the Rogers Mounties making their way onto the floor.
Yeah, Pat, it seems like it's quite a bit of a delay. The play clock is ready to go, time expired, and they're not on the field. So, Fayetteville's over there a little bouncy. Like they're ready to go.
They're finally taking the field, as are the Rogers Mounties, for tonight's homecoming matchup. As we mentioned 2 years ago, Rogers came away victorious here on this very same field.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback on that, Pat, that game had a lot of personal foul, 15-yard penalties in there on both sides. That was Rogers even scored off a fumble that was kind of lateral, and they ended up scoring a touchdown off of that. There was a lot of different things that played into that element of that 1-point win by Rogers. And even the game last year, I mean, Fayetteville eked out a 5-point victory over Rogers at home, but that was probably one of the better games of Arkansas high school football last year, that game that was held at Fayetteville last year.
Fayetteville will receive the football as we have Johnson and Taylor will be back deep. Caleb Johnson and Katavion Taylor set to return for the Bulldogs. Guys, Hayes in the barn, nothing left to be said, but you know what I got to say. Let's get it. Branson Ashley set to kick off for the Mounties. As we get set, high kick. It's going to be a touchback as we'll get tonight's action underway. At quarterback for the Bulldog, Garrett Odom. And guys, it is kind of tough to come in after that number 5, that guy we call, because we always had 5 on it and Drake Lindsay. But Garrett's done a great job.
Pat, what's the update on the offensive coordinator?
He's still in Little Rock. Son hopefully will be able to come home this evening or hopefully this weekend. There's the give. Delamar, and he's going to be stopped for about 2 on the play, I believe they're going to get him. They're going to give him 3, up to the 23. 4 wide, single back. Battles. He's at the up to about the 40. Christian Battles.
Doing exactly what they need to do, Pat. In the beginning, is feed. You got to feed them.
First down Bulldogs at their own 40-yard. We're going to call it the 39-yard line. Give the Battles. He'll try to stretch it out. He's going to turn and get up the sideline. Christian. He's going to get into Mountie territory. Guys, I'm talking about 15. He's running with a big-time purpose here in the early part of his senior season.
Pat, it's the same thing we keep seeing week after week. The kid puts his foot in the dirt and makes a cut, and up the field he goes.
Ball at the Rogers 38, 4 wide. Another Battles, puts his foot in the ground, makes a man miss, and he's going to get it down around the 36.
Yeah, Pat, but if you've been tracking this Fayetteville team the last couple of years, you can see the change in this offense, the way the offensive line has been able to kind of adapt to run-first mentality.
Motion. The give Battles. He's going to be brought down. Just going to bring up a 3rd down, make it 3rd and 10. Loss of 2 on the play. Third down, trips right. Hold him in the shotgun, single back. And he's going to be stopped for no gain. Charlie Graves on the reception. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 10. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it. 4 wide, single back. Hold him.
Got him one.
There's going to be an offsides penalty. Going to be 5, make it a 4th and 5. That'll move it down inside the 35 around the 33-yard line. Bulldogs have to get to the Rogers 28-yard line.
And Pat, offensively, that's exactly what you want to get yourself in a better situation on 4th down.
4th and 5. Odom. Odom. He's going to scramble. And he's going to be dropped. Braxton Lindsay on the sack of Odom as the Mounties will take over. That guy's just all over the field. Had a really good game here 2 years ago versus the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 at the Rogers 41-yard line. 8:38.
That kid's only a junior, Pat.
Yes.
I mean,
he started as a freshman last year at defensive end. Reagan. Single back. Trips left. They'll go empty set. No pass in the flat for Lindsay. And there's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Bulldogs for a little extra.
Okay, that's something that plagued us the last time we were here in Rogers.
Yes,
those after the play type of penalties that we occurred.
So with the penalty balls at the 43, mark out 15 more. Going to be down inside the 30. Looks like, or around the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 15 all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs. 8:32, first quarter. Three wide to the right. Reagan in the shotgun with the single back. Shifting a little bit, empty set. Reagan trying to roll, and he's going to make a man miss. He's going to break a tackle and get down to around the 27, pick up of 6 on the play. Second down and 3. Reagan in the shotgun, single back set. High snap. The
Gotta
give.
keep that contained. No, nice.
And
nice.
he's going to be brought down by Brody Jones.
Good job. Good tackle.
Pickup of maybe one, going to bring up a 3rd and short. Great read up by the junior cornerback, Jones, guys.
Absolutely. Great discipline to maintain outside. Definitely make sure nobody got outside the numbers on him.
Young man's got D1 written all over him. I'm telling you. Hey, was a great guest on the KC Dick show that just 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd and short. Empty backfield. Here comes the pressure.
Oh, that was open.
It's complete. Down to Lindsey for the first down.
I mean, this you know, just not to talk about this Rogers team, but this Lindsey kid, I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, go from defensive end to wide receiver, and now here actually catching balls. But defensively, you know, you got a key on him. He's been working here at the Rogers High for the last 2 years as a freshman, and put in work last year, and he's doing the same thing this year.
Ball at the Rogers 13, Reagan. He's going to keep it. Trying to scramble, and he's going to get down around the 5. Down to around the 6-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 7. Second and about 3 on the play. Reagan, empty set. Reagan.
Oh.
Got a false start.
Going to be a false start on the Mounties. First negative play on this offensive drive for the Mounties of Rogers, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, anything is a plus. You know, right now you want to stop them and at least hold them to a field goal.
That's going to back it up to around the Bulldog 11, where it'll be second down. And about 8 on the play. Reagan in the empty set. Pass over the middle. Touchdown, Lindsey. 11 yards from Reagan to Lindsey.
Pat,
7:09.
Pat, what we noticed is we came off that corner blitz, and that left Lindsey wide open. I think in that situation you got to go with him and jam him off the line, knowing that that's their guy. The blitz was good in that situation, but you just got to keep a man right on him in his face to cut down that post route.
So the Mounties come out in their initial drive and take it around close to 59 yards for the touchdown. 11-yard pass from Reagan to Lindsey to make it 6-0. 7:09 in the first quarter. There's going to be a penalty. False start on Rogers. Going to back him up 5. Fayetteville trying to just catch their breath here in the early going. Extra point attempt is up, and it's good. With 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the Rogers Mounties strike first, 7-0. We'll be back. You're watching On the Hill Media, Bulldog football and On the Hill Media TV. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
How we look now?
And welcome back. With the score, Rogers 7, the Bulldogs 0, back deep for the Bulldogs. Caleb Johnson and Katavian Taylor. High kicks. It's going to be another touchback.
Okay.
7:09. Bulldogs on their second drive. First drive, Bulldogs turned it over on downs at the Rogers 41-yard line.
Pat, maybe time to take a shot down the field.
Odom in the shotgun, single back set. It's complete.
The pass, but if you get Taylor over there one-on-one coverage again, you gotta take that shot.
Delamar on the reception. Brings up second and about 3 on the play, up to the 27.
Yeah, Aaron, he's man-to-man coverage with no help.
Yeah, that is.
Give the battles off the left side. He puts his foot in the ground, and he'll get it up to the 30. We're going to call it the 35-yard line, maybe the 36. It's going to be a first down. I tell you guys, this running game is very, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
With battles in the backfield.
And then it's no slouch when you put Johnson in there. Oh.
Incomplete. Intended for battles. Second and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 36-yard line.
Taking a little bit of time here.
Odom in shotgun with a single back set. Here comes pressure. He's going to keep it. He's going to run it. He'll get out of bounds as he'll get the first down. Up to the 46 for the Bulldogs goes Odom. That right there tonight, guys, I think is going to be real key. Is you think Garrett's going to have to extend plays with his legs with the pressure that Rogers is trying to bring?
Yeah, and I mean, if he's successful at doing that, he'll be able to catch those wide receivers that's able to kind of run a different route.
Odom with the RPO, he's going to keep it. He'll get across midfield into Rogers territory down to the 44-yard line for another Bulldog first down. What'd you see on that play, DC?
Well, they're super aggressive coming in, so he made the read. He stepped up in the pocket and took off. That's exactly what you got to do.
Here it comes. Odom.
Oh, nice.
Swing pass.
Nice screen.
Believe that's going to be Delamar. Or Charlie Graves, I'm sorry.
That was a nice screen away from the blitz. Pat.
Those are guys, Graves and Taylor and Delamar, and even Mattingly are going to be real big in the quick game with the pressure that Rogers is bringing. Odom, single back set, battles. Delamar, and he's going to break a tackle. Get it across 35. Mattingly. I mean, Ty just made that play. Ty just made that play.
Pat, I still see with all the aggressiveness.
And he's going to get the first down, it looks like, for the Bulldogs.
You're leaving some one-on-one matchups on the outside. You got to give a little bit of time for Odom to get the ball off, but that's absolutely the play to make.
Ball at the Rogers 34, first and 10 Bulldogs. Single back set, twins left. Odom, he's got time. He's going to be sacked. Marcus Mounts on the stop. Loss of 7 is going to bring up second and 17 on the play. Odom. He's going to drop back. More pressure's coming. It's complete to Taylor. Makes another man miss. And he's going to get down around the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up a third and probably 2. Third down and 2. Battle single back, Odom in shotgun. Odom's going to keep it. RPO. He's going to get up for the first down around the 20-yard line. Great read there by the quarterback, Odom, guys. If he gives that to Battles, it's a loss, and we're in fourth and about 5. First down, Bulldogs at the Mountie 21. 3:33 to go, first quarter. Odom in the shotgun. He's looking. It's going to be Holzhauser on the reception.
That's one thing that's affecting our passing
Short
game.
game.
They're throwing a lot of different things, and they're really rushing more than it seems. It's 3 on the line, but they're bringing 4 or 5 different guys, just kind of delay blitzes as they kind of getting in there on Odom. That was almost another tip pass. Oh, Delamar.
Oh, Delamar makes a man miss.
Man.
And he gets down inside the 10 at the 4. Maybe they're going to spot it at the 3 where it'll be first and goal. Jason Delamar just makes plays, guys. Yeah. I mean, that was
3 straight years.
Stopped dead to right, and he made just a little wiggle and got on up the sideline for a first and goal Bulldogs.
Notice they ran that out of the 2-back set, Pat.
250. First and goal, Fayetteville to give.
Right up there. There you go.
Touchdown, Christian Battles.
Touchdown, Christian Battles. It's the Dogs' world. Touchdown, Fayetteville. 2:46. The Bulldogs set to attempt the extra point to answer. And, guys, what do you think about that? How big is that for the Bulldogs to come back after Rogers scores with their initial drive? They come back with an 80-yard drive of their own. And basically pretty much did it very balanced.
Yeah, they needed this chance to settle in, Pat, I think. And what you're seeing is that they spread the ball around a little bit more. They mixed the pass, quick pass, and the run in. Still never really took a shot down the field. So it's a lot of football left to be played, but I think Fayetteville shook the cobwebs off, ready to go.
And with 2:46 to go, the Bulldogs tie it up, all 7 apiece. Aaron, what did you see on that drive?
I mean, just the balance. I mean, you got Battles being able to run the ball. You also had Odom being able to use his feet on that drive, and that's really going to have that defense kind of on edge. Now, with those blitzes that we saw, I think now Rogers is going to kind of have to settle into this game, and actually they're not going to be able to blitz the entire game. And if they do, I mean, you got Delamar breaking tackles. You got Odom with his quick feet.
Right.
Battles is running through everything. You're going to get caught eventually, especially with this Fayetteville offense and the way that they move.
Defensively, the way they came out, the middle of the field seemed to be very accessible for Rogers. What do you think, Derek, that they're going to have to do defensively, Coach Britt and Coach Davis kind of come up with?
Well, I think, again, you're going to have to move your safety back a little bit. But more than anything, you got to get up and press these guys. I mean, you got the speed on defense in order to be able to do that. Get some hands on them and quit allowing these releases across the middle. You just got to take that away.
2 minutes and 46 seconds here in the first quarter, all tied up. 7-7. Nathan Keuchel set to kick off for the Bulldogs. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates, CMAC Southern Kitchen, and First Choice Protection Systems. Keuchel. And it's going to be a touchback. As Rogers will come out, all tied up. 7-7. 2:46 here in the first quarter of this 6A West Conference matchup. Slate for tonight, I believe we got Bentonville West taking on Springdale. Northside taking on Bentonville. Harbor and Heritage are getting down.
Some big games this week, Pat. What you want to see here coming up now, remember what I tell you. You have to win on first down. Can you get them in down a distance and be able to, set them back in what they want to do offensively?
Reagan with the empty set. Trips right. Snap, he's going to keep it, try to get outside, and he's going to lose yardage, probably around 3 on the play as the Dogs are all over it.
Man, Williams came down from that safety spot.
Kendrick Williams on the tackle. Brody Jones as well. He'll be credited for the stop. Already making his presence felt, guys. Reagan back at his own 17-yard line. Empty set, 4 wide. Reagan.
Ooh,
Here comes the
that's a
pressure.
hold.
There's going to be a holding, and he's going to be swarmed back
Be
at the
careful.
11-yard line by a host of Bulldogs.
Big Jax Oliver. I mean, you see Big J.O. coming through that line, busting through 3 dudes.
It's going to
You
be
get
a
out of there.
holding, I believe, and it's going if decline will bring up a second and about 19, or third and about 19.
And there in that defensive pressure from the D-line sure helps your secondary out a whole lot, you know.
Guys, how big is it to have Big Jackson Oliver, the senior, soon to be all-state D tackle in there? When he's in a game, just seems like their defensive line play, it's more dangerous, you should say.
Well, it's just another one of those Fayetteville products. That 3-year guy that's been in this program, that's got a little playing time in sophomore year, started this last year, junior, winning the championship, and also coming back and being one of the key cornerstones of this defense and team.
5 wide, Reagan in the shotgun, back at his own 11. He'll take the snap.
Too much.
Oh, my.
Pressure coming. Still looking, and it's going to be incomplete.
Aaron, what do you think needs to happen in order to, not have 14 such a wide open release? I mean, obviously your D-line pressure saved you there from a completion, but 14's running free in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, you need to come up with some type of man press or man coverage to where you actually can put hands on him up as he's getting off the line. But, I mean, he also is one of those athletes. You know, you have one of those on each team that can just do a little bit more than the rest of the guys.
Holzhauer back deep. Low snap. Halsey's going to field it at the 49, and he's going to return it back up to about the 36. About a 13-yard return for Landon Holzhauser, as Fayetteville will have good field position into Mountie territory at the Rogers 36-yard line, 157.
He did have a lot of green on there, just if he wanted to.
Yeah,
but,
a little hesitant there, you know what I mean? Just put your foot in the ground and go.
Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 at the Rogers 36-yard line.
And you got to change the pace back in here now.
157. Johnson is the single back, or go with split back set. The give to Caleb Johnson, and he's going to get across the 35 down to the 34.
And he also had a really, really big game last week against Bentonville West.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go into a little tempo.
There we go.
Split back. Taylor makes a man miss. He's down at the 15 all the way to the 13, I believe. Hey, all he needs is just a crease.
I got to hear you say it.
A little step. That's SEC speed.
I got to hear you say it.
I mean, I seen that foot go in the ground at the 20-yard line, and we was off to the races.
I mean, he almost split those 2 guys in the middle right there that brought him down.
Johnson, he's going to cut it back. He's going to keep running. And he's down inside the 5. Tough yards by the junior Johnson all the way down to the 2 for the 1st and goal for Fayetteville.
And it's really remarkable when you talk about Johnson. He had that little scare at Cabot, our first game of the year. And ever since he's been back, he's came on stronger each game.
1st and goal to give.
There we go.
Johnson.
He's
gonna fight.
I gave it to him.
It's a dog's world. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Caleb Johnson with the 2-yard plunge. And talk about that one, guys. Short field. Just seems like this running game they're really, really emphasizing the power game tonight.
Pat, if you look at these runners for Fayetteville, and just they key Johnson on that series, but he runs so hard and he's so low to the ground. It's just a physical style of running that you cannot stop with one hit.
Kaiko set to attempt the extra point for the Bulldogs, leading 13-7 with 1:03 here in the first quarter. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 1 minute and 3 seconds here to go in the first quarter from Whitney Smith Stadium, the Fayetteville Bulldogs lead it over the Rogers Mounties 14-7. We're going to take a real quick one, and we'll be back. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's on the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. As we're back here at Rogers High School in Rogers, Arkansas, at Whitney Smith Stadium, where the Bulldogs lead it with 1 minute and 3 seconds in the first quarter, 14-7, here on homecoming night for the Rogers Mounties. Keuchel set to kick off for Fayetteville. And the kick will be fielded around the 2.
Back out to the 32-yard line, Pat.
Cunningham. Cam Cunningham all the way up to the 30.
Gonna spot it just past the 30. Look at the 32.
31-yard line.
Pat, what you'd like to see here is you'd like to see Fayetteville get this 3 and out, right, and get off the field.
First down, trips left, Reagan in the shotgun, single back. Empty. He'll flip it over into the flat, complete.
Hold it.
And I thought there was a little holding penalty that didn't get called there. First down. Did you not see the hold?
Pat, it was holding, but it was actually a good play design. You would like to see the safety come down a little quicker on that, you know, especially when that third man came out. But it was a good play design.
First down. Reagan to Lindsey, and he'll get it up to around the 49, close to midfield. Going to bring up 2nd and 2. Empty set, Reagan in the shotgun. It's going to be Lindsey. He's going to just keep going. If they're going to lay off for him, they're going to throw it to him all night long.
Mm-hmm. And I would too.
I mean,
Pat.
that's pitch and catch.
If you're not gonna put hands on me at all, you're gonna let me run free. And I'm one of your better athletes on the team. I'm definitely gonna try to get myself open and do what I need to do.
Ball at the Bulldog 39. Rogers first down. Single back. Reagan in the shotgun. Whoa. And that's going to be the end of the quarter with the Fayetteville Bulldogs leading it here 14-7. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second quarter. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV. Hey, guys, this is Pat. You got it. Reagan, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get across the 40 down to around the 32 of Fayetteville, where we'll be close to another Mountie first down.
Good wrap-up tackle by Holt there.
Jaden Holt on the stop. Reagan got an empty set. He's going to keep it again. Get around the left side. And he's going to Touchdown, Reagan and the Mounties.
Wow.
With 11:23, a chance to tie it up.
That was crazy to watch that happen right there. But he's shown Reagan has shown his shiftiness throughout this whole game. So defensively, you're gonna have to figure something out as far as making sure you keep this contained on him.
Mounties set to attempt the extra point to tie it up. There's the kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 11:23 here in the half, Rogers ties it up 14-all. Not a very good defensive series there for the Bulldogs.
No, not at all.
Pat, I think that's something they can go back and pull the film up on real quick because that's real time and they can see where they need to make an adjustment on that. You had players there that should have been able to make that tackle. But we like our chances on a back-to-back scoring deal. Fayetteville's shown in some tough games in Broken Arrow, a tough game in Texas, that they can put some things together in order to compete. So I'm not overly ecstatic about that series, but I think they can come back and be efficient enough to get the momentum shifted back in their favor.
14-14 with 11:23 here in the first half. All tied up. Caleb Johnson and Katavian Taylor back deep to return for the Bulldogs. We knew this was going to be the type of game that we expected, guys. Ashley set to kick off. It's going to be fielded. Taylor, he'll hit the crease. He'll get up the sideline. And Katavian's going to get it up to around the Bulldog, let's call it the 33-yard line, where they'll set up 1st and 10. 11-15. 32-yard line where the Bulldogs are going to set up. Dogs come out, single back, 4 wide. Johnson is in the ball game at running back. The give to Johnson, and he'll get maybe, it's going to be a loss of a yard. They're just selling out guys and just filling in that box. And there's going to be some one-on-one opportunities for these wide receivers of Fayetteville.
And absolutely, Pat. I mean, you can look right down there. You can see it right in the front. There's 8 in the box.
You get one move on that far side over there with Taylor going on a fade route. You can place it right in that bread basket. You might have something.
There's a snap, Odom.
Oh.
And he'll get outside. He'll get out of bounds or he'll be chased down. Corbin Norris on the stop. Bring up 3rd and long for Fayetteville. 3rd and 10. Odom in the shotgun. Pressure's coming, and he's going to be swarmed. And so that's going to bring up a 4th down on the sack.
Again, you got to control the line of scrimmage, Pat, and that's not what we're doing right now. They got a three down lineman, and they're bringing the edges on both sides. We got to see more pass protection for Odom to be able to get the ball out.
Keiko back to punt for the Bulldogs. There's a snap. The kick. Take a Fayetteville roll and be down at the 37-yard line of the Mounties Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. 38-yard line. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates. They have an office in Fayetteville, an office in Rogers, and their newest location in Bentonville. Tonight's also brought to you by C-Max, Southern Kitchen, and it's just that good. And lastly, First Choice Protection Systems, and if you are a veteran, they do honor the veteran discount. Mounties take over, 5 wide, Reagan in the shotgun. They've ran this formation a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay.
Oh, my.
And he's going to.
Wow.
And he's going to step out of bounds. A big gain for the Mounties.
But are they even going to catch that? Because he was far behind. Oh, they got it.
Cooper Daniel with a big run for the Mounties. This spread that they're running is really giving the Bulldogs a lot of issues. They can't seem to fit it.
You have to fit it, Pat. You've got to rotate the safeties over, and then you got to make an open field tackle.
It's going to be 1st down. Empty set. Reagan, he's going to keep it.
Man, we gotta make tackles.
Get down inside the 10, around the 7.
We're just flying
Pick
past
up
guys.
about 4. They're going to spot it at Garton on the stop. He's going to bring up 2nd down. Reagan, he'll try to get out. He's going to keep it, and touchdown, Rogers. 6-yard run as the Mounties take the lead 20-14. 9:01, and guys, this is not what you were looking for if you're the Fayetteville defense. Just seem to be right now not in sync, and this empty set is giving the Bulldogs a lot of problems here in the first half.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost for words. It's a little uncharacteristic, but also, I mean, this Reagan's using his legs, being able to get on the outside and break contain, and you know, it's really been a lot of missed tackles on the Fayetteville end. Just letting them gain a little bit more than what they should on certain plays.
Ashley's extra point makes it 21-14. Mounties, as when you think about it, guys, 3 of the 4 Rogers drives has resulted in a touchdown for the Mounties.
Yeah, Pat, the adjustment's going to come. I still can see that there's some teachable moments that they can do over on the sidelines. Obviously, those ends got to get up the field and keep that inside. Those linebackers got to come up and pursue the quarterback. It's very simple. You know, if he gets out in space or whatever, we don't have the speed at linebacker in order to be able to contain that. So we got to keep him inside.
21-14 Rogers. 9:01 here in the half. The one thing that's really impressed me, guys, is in the way in which the Rogers offensive line has been able to control the line of scrimmage as they have.
And that's right. And if you can get that under control, which I think, like I say, that's going to come down to a little bit of conditioning and stuff toward the end of the game, I think you'll be just fine.
Taylor and Johnson back to return for the Bulldogs. Ashley set to kick off. 9:01 left here in the half. Rogers up. 21-14 here on the campus of Rogers High School in Rogers, Arkansas, on a beautiful Friday night for football. Ashley. Taylor's going to field it at the 5. He's going to come up.
Man.
Taylor, and he's going to get it across the 35 up to around the 37-yard line. Return of around 32. You know, he's a step away, guys, from taking it to the house.
One step, Pat. They're going to have to make a decision.
One block away.
They want to keep kicking that down there like that.
8:54, Dogs down, 21-14. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at their own 37. Odom in the shotgun, single back. He's going to keep it. Odom. And he's going to get around the 49-yard line, pick up of about 11. I think they're going to spot it around the 48-yard line of Fayetteville. Both quarterbacks in the RPO game tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely
big factors. First down, Bulldogs. Odom. Delamar. And he's going to get across midfield down to the 46 of Rogers. Odom in shotgun, 4 wide, single back.
outside.
And it's going to be a procedure on Fayetteville. Or will it be offsides on the Mounties? Thought the Mounties got in the neutral zone, but they're going to call it on the Bulldogs. Thought that was on Rogers right there.
Yeah, that was real close, Pat. Real close.
It's going to be a loss of 5 for Fayetteville, make it second down and 11. From the Bulldog 49-yard line. Odom. Taylor is going to be swarmed, a loss of yardage on that play. Another loss of about 3 all the way back to the Bulldog 46. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Fayetteville. 7:30 in the half. Dogs down 21-14. Ball at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Here comes the pressure. And he's going to be sacked again. Braxton Lindsay on the tackle.
I mean, we thought they would stop blitzing, but they are being extremely
bring up
aggressive
4th down.
on defense.
The Fayetteville offensive line is having a defensive and offensive line tonight is having a lot of trouble with this Rogers front on both sides of the ball here in the early going. 6:55, Keuchel back to punt. There's the kick. It's going to be down at the 28-yard line. They'll call it the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 Mounties.
But boy, we got a little break in the action. We got a 14-14 tie. Springdale and Benville West right now in the second quarter.
We're going to spot it at the.
We got Benville up 14-7 over Northside with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
6:32 in the half. Rogers will take over at their own 36, up 21-14 over the Bulldogs. Reagan in the shotgun, single back set. Empty. Ooh, thought he moved a little quicker. I could have swore that he moved before the ball was snapped. It's going to be a first. 7 on the play, makes it 2nd and 3.
And just to give you that last score of the 7A West, we got Harbor up 35-14 over Heritage in the second quarter.
Reagan in the shotgun, empty set. And he's going to keep it.
They're just not calling it.
I mean, they're not calling the procedure. Seems like every time Rogers is snapping the ball, they're moving before the ball is snapped. And it's just not being called. First down. They are in a very good rhythm is the Rogers offense right now, guys. Shotgun set. Empty once again. He'll flip it over. Makes a man. Oh, another missed tackle. Lindsay. I mean, the Bulldogs are just missing a lot of tackles, but you have to credit Mr. Lindsay.
Yeah.
He seems to be a man among boys right now on that football field.
I mean, Lindsay, Reagan, they're all making a miss right about now. And,
First down. inside the Bulldog territory, down around the 37-yard line of Fayetteville.
Just got to track that inside
5:20.
hip. Got to track the inside hip, make those field tackle.
The Bulldogs are on their heels right now, fellas. Need something big to get this momentum slowed down. Reagan, empty set.
Did they call it now, finally?
It's been happening all night, and they finally call it. It'll be a league procedure, loss of 5. All the way back to around the 42, 43-yard line of Fayetteville. 5 minutes even in the half. Mounties leading at 21-14. Fayetteville defense needs a big play for the Bulldogs. Empty set. Reagan, he gets around.
Wow. We got love, man. That was a game. That was a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
The tackling tonight is not very good here in the first half. I'm pretty sure Coach Britt and Coach Davis will definitely address that, guys, at half.
Right, and you're going to have to spot a quarterback. I mean, you're going to have to pick your poison, but you got to spot a quarterback in order to make sure you keep him contained.
Empty set, 4 wide. There's
Wow.
That's going to be Lindsey on the pass, on a little flip pass. It's going to be a first down, Rogers. Right now, they're just doing whatever they want to do offensively, and it seems to be working. They've got a great offensive rhythm. It's going to take some type of big play for this Fayetteville team to get some of this momentum back, as it's been all Mounties here in the first half.
Yeah, Fayetteville defense really needs to get a stop and hold them to a field goal in this possession.
Reagan.
It's quick passing out his hand. It's just
Cooper Daniel. Fayetteville just hadn't been able to get a lot of pressure on Reagan tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lot of quick. I mean, both offenses have been able to get the ball out of the quarterback hands super fast with the little screens and the different type of nuances that they're doing with their offense. And also they've been able to use their legs. So Reagan just has had a little bit more of a cleaner pocket and everything.
Empty set.
Oh, got
and
him.
Another Bulldog penalty as they're going to mark 5 more off. Just a very poor half for the Bulldogs, both offensively and defensively. And I'm sure Coach Dick and that staff will have to make some serious adjustments at halftime.
They will. Again, though, Pat, you see a penalty created and the kid run off the field, keep him down on the field and let's keep, moving.
First down. You can't give free first downs in tonight's game. 3:34. Ball inside at the 15.
Man, the angle that was taken on that play was just not good. It was
Reagan.
not good.
And, Aaron,
another touchdown.
Aaron, you're exactly right. I mean, he wants to get to the outside. You got to contain the outside.
27-14 Mounties with 3:27, and it's all Rogers right now. And they just seem to want it a little bit more in Fayetteville right now. Defensively, just not playing very good.
Not at all, Pat, right now. They're going to have to do some big-time adjustments at halftime. But with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go, they need to get down and put the ball in the end zone.
I mean, I don't know how we got 3 minutes left in this second quarter, but also, what Fayetteville offense is going to have to realize is that if they go out here and
Rogers does get the ball back to start the half.
Yeah, to get the start. They're going to get the ball back before the halftime and get the ball back after halftime. So you already haven't been able to show the ability you can't stop them.
28-14 Mounties with 3:27. And as I said, here at homecoming, it's all Rogers tonight in this half. If they basically dominated this football game, you can't say it any other way. They seem to be the team that's more locked in. 28-14. Dogs definitely need something to happen good before they head into the locker room.
Yeah.
Right now, they just seem very lifeless on the sideline. 28-14 Mounties, 3 minutes and 27 seconds in the half.
And just to go back on some other scores in the 7A, Pat, we got Bryant over Little Rock Christian 28-0.
Back deep, Johnson and Taylor for the Bulldogs. Ashley set to kick off for the Mounties.
Yeah, I think so.
Bulldogs need something to get some momentum. Just nothing's gone right for the better part of this first half for Fayetteville. It's been all blue and white.
I mean, with the way Rogers' defense is rolling, would you roll the dice here and just see if Fayetteville looking and kick a little offside? Oh, I called that.
It's going to be fair
nice.
call.
I mean, that would have been on my mind. You up 2 scores. You got
Make
3
a note of
minutes
that
left.
play, guys. Make a note of that play. If Fayetteville were to go down and score, you make a note of that play.
Well, remember, Pat,
at 3:28.
I knew they'd have to make an adjustment because, again, Taylor was a couple steps away from breaking 2 touchdowns, so they couldn't go back to that.
Yeah.
So kicking this direction, he's not able to get that touchback. So we had to change it up there.
Bulldogs down 28-14 with 3:26. They have the ball at their own 35-yard line. First down. Oldham in shotgun. Here comes the pressure.
Oh, he got something there.
Taylor. And there goes Taylor.
See you.
He's at the 10. Touchdown. It's the Dogs' world.
Come
Touchdown,
on.
Fayetteville.
And as I said, D1 SEC speed.
65 yards. Katavian Taylor on the little flip screen.
I'm telling you, Pat, as an offensive lineman.
Oh, my mama, there he goes.
As an offensive lineman, when you see on that wide that screen on the wide side where you can see you got 3 big old dudes coming at that corner and that safety, and you see that open lane for Taylor. I mean, it was just wide open for him. He just kept going.
Dogs needed something, and boy, did they get it at the feet and hands of Katavian Taylor. 13 seconds, 3:13 to go. Keuchel set to cut the lead to 7. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 3 minutes and 13 seconds, 28-21.
Now let me frame this up for you, Pat, and I just want to tell you, this is what I'm explaining. Again, you score the football, right? You make a big play from one of your big playmakers, obviously an all-state caliber player, SEC talent, D1 speed. We can say whatever we want to say, but here's the thing. Fayetteville defense got to get a stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
yes.
if you get a stop and you keep them out of the end zone, now you got an opportunity to go in to halftime with some momentum on your side. It's about composure. It's about grounding yourself, and that's what we need because you have the playmakers that can give you that all night long.
Fayetteville down 28-21, and I agree with you guys. It is time for the Purple Dog defense to stand up, as it's pretty much been Rogers doing whatever they want in the first half. 3 out of 4 drives, or 4 out of 5 have resulted in touchdowns. Keuchel set to kick off. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. 7-point Mountie lead, 28-21. Here on homecoming night on the campus of Rogers High School. One play, 65 yards. Oldham to Taylor. And it's going to be a touchback. Maybe, guys, that might have been the play that Fayetteville needed to get their engines revved up. And it is very important that the defense comes out and hold serve here in this next sequence.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you'll see how they respond. That should hype them up a little bit and get them going. Need a couple big stops here. Again, win on first down.
Reagan will bring out the Mounties at his own 20. He's been a real thorn in the defensive side tonight, guys. His speed is very, very problematic. He's going to keep it. He's going to bounce outside.
And they're pulling that guard on the other side, and I mean,
He'll get the first down.
Again, if you look at these defensive players out here, and I notice you got Will Price out here, you got Grayson Jerry out here, you got guys that can run, Pat. They want to get somebody that can stay in with Regan and keep him inside.
It's clear he's going to do the RPO a lot tonight until Fayetteville stops it. First down at the Mountie 33-yard line. Reagan in the shotgun. He's going to flip it.
Get him.
And he's going to be stopped.
Don't wait. Go to him.
Believe no gain.
Reed Slankert.
Slankert on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rogers 34-yard line. 2:46.
I mean, I can definitely see them coming back with this this QB counter. It almost looks like with the 74 pulling onto the short side. I can see them coming back to that right on this. Oh, he pulled. You got him. You got him.
Be under pressure.
Intentional grounding.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to
you
do
have to throw
something on that one. I mean, come on.
Where's that? Somebody.
He's gonna
Oh,
throw it.
wow.
He's gotta throw it.
Somebody.
Oh, wow.
Somebody. Whoa.
Oh, wow. It's going to bring up 3rd down, 2:23.
So what you got to do, Pat, is put that call out your mind. You got him 3rd and down and distance. You know,
3rd and 9.
cover up the middle and make a play.
That's a tough one right there, guys.
Wow.
We should be looking at a 4th down, loss of down. Going to get a timeout. Fayetteville with 2 minutes and 23 seconds here. Bulldogs trail 28-21. Man, guys, those type of plays, they're big in ball games like this. Clearly, not outside the pocket, clearly was a intentional grounding. I mean, clearly.
Again, you know, the positive I'm going to take away from that, Pat, is we still got down and distance, right? And so if we stop them here on 3rd down, you get the field back around, get the ball back around the 30.
Right.
You know, you just need about 35, 40 yards, kick a field goal, or even get a score, and you go in with some momentum.
If you're Fayetteville, you have to take care of the middle of the field. And as you've said all night, guys, you have to find somebody to spy quarterback Reagan, because his RPO and the extension of plays with his legs has been, like I said, very problematic in this first half for the Purple Dogs.
It looks like that guy that's spying him now is number 44, Will Price.
It'll be 3rd down at the Mountie 33-yard line, 34-yard line. 2 minutes and 23 seconds. They'll go empty. Reagan. Oh, wide open.
We got a flag. You look like a block
Holding.
in the bag or
That's
hold.
going to be holding on the offense.
Is that going to come
See
back?
what we got here.
He's going to get the 1st down.
I don't know what's going on coverage-wise, but, I mean, a lot of blown assignments.
That was a crossing pattern, and they just got crossed up.
It's going to be a hole. So it's going to be a 1st down for Rogers. I believe we're going to get a hold.
And Pat, I just want to go over the 7A West scores. 48-14, Harbor over Heritage right before halftime. 14-14 tie with Benville West and Springdale, and then a 21-14 lead for Benville over Forest Mills Northside.
It's going to be all the way back to the Fayetteville 47-yard line where the Mounties will have it 1st and 10. 2:05. Empty set, Reagan in the shotgun.
No, it's interception.
Intercepted
Nice play.
by Fayetteville.
What a play.
Mathis Brady, and what a play by the
He
Bulldogs.
got his head around at the right time.
We talk about the defense needed to make a play. Could that be what really gets them?
We got a personal foul on the coaching staff for Rogers.
I saw one on the Fayetteville side. I thought I saw one on the Fayetteville side thrown. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Got
You gotta
two
keep-
infractions.
gotta
I
be
believe we're going to
Fayetteville's
get one down here on the Rogers sideline, but let's see on what happened on the Fayetteville side. There's two infractions.
It looks like it's just Rogers.
and I think
Well, it must have been offsetting because they're
Offset,
not moving
okay.
the football.
Yeah.
Bulldogs are going to take over at the 33-yard line,
Man, what a
149.
break. What a break.
Odom.
Oh, he got him. Oh, he didn't. He might, hopefully. Oh, it looked like he almost got
incomplete.
on that double move.
He's been under a lot of duress. They're going to have to, I think, stay with that quick game.
Yeah, I do think it's a thing of maybe if we switch it. I mean, like D just said, we got Delamere down here 1-on-1.
Odom's going to keep it.
Ooh.
Garrett. And he's going to get up around first down territory. 133. Going to be third and short.
Oh, they got a first down.
First down, Bulldogs. Shotgun, single back set. Bull.
Clock is running. They should have stopped the clock.
1:10 and counting.
No.
And he's going to fumble the snap.
Oh, they called timeout. Oh, never
10
mind.
102. The Bulldogs going to call timeout.
Pat, we should have had another 10 seconds on the clock. You know, they reset the chains. Clock was still running. So
Yes, I thought the chains don't start till the clock set.
Hey, you know, we are in uncharted territory up here.
Wow. Unbelievable. There's been about 2 or 3 calls not made tonight. Not saying they were real big, but those are calls I think that are obvious. 1:02 to go in the half. Bulldogs with the football. Down 28-21. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates, CMAX Southern Kitchen, and First Choice Protection Systems. I want to thank those proud sponsors for making On the Hill Media broadcasts of Bulldog football possible each and every Friday. Dogs come back out. Shotgun. Odom. 4 wide with single back. He's going to be sacked once again.
I mean, the way that we've been protecting quarterbacks, he kind of got lifted on that one.
Hunter Dickey on the stop.
Hunter Dickey's been real active tonight.
I think that's the 4th or 5th sack of the night on the Fayetteville quarterback.
Yeah. I do think with Odom, I think his feet are so shifted and he's so dependent on the shiftiness of it. Instead of just actually running and taking off with the ball, he's moving too much laterally.
Odom. Taylor. 21 seconds.
I think we're just going to take this into halftime.
I think they're just going to take it on in.
Yep.
Fayetteville's going to call a quick timeout. 4th down. You just punt it, don't you guys? Punt it and get on out of here.
if you're going to call a timeout here, I mean, you
cannot go for it right here.
You could have just let the clock run out and just go in for halftime. I'm not really understanding.
Or was it Rogers who took the timeout? No, I don't think Rogers would take the timeout.
I mean, if I'm Rogers, I'm taking the timeout.
If I'm Fayetteville, you're going to punt this football.
Well, you have to punt the football, Pat. You're on your own 44-yard line. You got to get it out of there and play the field game, you know.
Yeah, and gear up for the second half, you know.
28-21 Rogers. 18 seconds.
Flag? There you go. Yeah. Well, I think since it's not 12, it's not a flag. But it would have been 10 and they running off the field. I guess it don't hit the actual limit.
21 seconds left here in the half. Rogers leading it 28-21 over the Fayetteville Bulldogs here on homecoming night here at Rogers High School. Man, I'm just looking at it. This is a good Friday night, guys, for football. I mean, this is beautiful. No humidity, just a good old night. I now need to go down there during the break, smell me a little popcorn just to get the ambiance of the whole night.
We were talking about tonight, but during the day, it was a whole lot of humidity all over the place. It was sticky out here today. It didn't even feel like October, Pat. I don't know where we were at today, but it didn't calm down as we got on throughout the day.
Keuchel set to punt for the Bulldogs. There's a snap.
Oh,
Kick.
wow. You gotta get it out. Nice bounce.
It's going to take a Fayetteville roll and be downed around the 17-yard line of the Mounties with 11 seconds in the half.
With 11 seconds to go in the half, Pat, pin back deep in your own territory, you think you just need it out here?
Yeah, try need and get on in. You're going to get the ball if you're Rodgers to start the second half, so no need to put yourself when you're that deep in your own territory to give Fayetteville a chance of any type of turnover and possible score.
Oh yeah, and I mean, ideally for Rodgers, this is a perfect scenario. You got to defend the champs. You're going in at halftime, and you got them up by a touchdown, and you get the ball after halftime.
So at halftime, the Mounties of Rodgers will head into the locker room with a 28-21 lead over the Fayetteville Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half. You're watching. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit homecoming night for the Mounties, and they lead it over your visiting Fayetteville Bulldogs 28-21. And real quick, guys, give me keys to Fayetteville. First, defensively, Derek, what must they do this half?
Well, Pat, you absolutely have to cover up the middle of your field, and you have got to get somebody to spot a quarterback with him having 97 rushing yards in the first half.
Aaron, offensively, what must the Dogs do?
I mean, you can't stall out your drives. And you need to get north and south. Going east and west, we're already doing that with our offense, kind of keeping the defense kind of on their toes.
Good point.
If you're going to run that ball, you need to be going north and south, or mostly north. You don't want to go south. But we've had a lot of kind of tiptoeing through the holes, and we just really need to hit it and come out and just punch them in the mouth. That's all you got to do right now.
Mountie set to receive to start the third quarter. Keiko will kick off for the Bulldogs, and we are going to start with a touchback. First and 10 from the Mounties 20-yard line. Mr. Reagan, the running back, went for 97. The quarterback went for 97 rushing yards in that.
And that's a lot for a quarterback against Fayetteville defense in a really long time.
Yes, 28 points in the half is quite a few for this Fayetteville defense. Not accustomed to that, are they, Derek?
Not at all. Not at all.
First and 10 Mounties at their own 20. So we get set to start the third quarter. Empty set. Reagan. There's a pass. And he's going to be brought down.
He's not getting touched off the line, Pat. I mean,
Lindsey.
he's going 4 yards off the line, turning right around, and just being able to add an extra 3 yards.
Another Mountie first down.
First down.
I agree with you guys. Maybe a little press coverage. You got to do
Missed
something
tackle.
because if you're going to lay off, they're just going to throw in that soft spot. Reagan.
There you go.
And there's Grayson Jerry on the stop. Going to be a loss of 5, maybe
Grayson.
4. All the way back to the 26-yard line.
Again, you got some speed in those junior linebackers that they bringing out here.
And
you know
that number 14, Grayson Jerry's a playmaker,
Yeah,
guys.
he's gonna be something these next
Had
couple
a
years.
pick 6 last week in the ball game. It's going to bring up second and 14 from the Mountie 26-yard line. Opening drive here in the third quarter. Mounties leading 28-21 over the Purple Dogs. Empty backfield. And he's going to be stopped again by the Bulldogs as he's going to lose, I believe, 2 more. Dax Horton. It's going to bring up third down.
And Pat, you'll see a blitz off the edge by number 44, Will Price, on this long distance down.
Kind of if your
that's my
safety
guy.
sit in
That's
that
my
middle
man.
of the field and maybe you can get something thrown to you, as Rogers has really explored the middle of this Fayetteville defense on third and longs.
And that power's coming off that edge, man. He is quick, and he gets to the ball.
Empty set.
Jeez. Oh, he had him.
And it's going to be incomplete.
Don't you throw that flag.
He reached for it, didn't he,
He
Aaron?
was about to. He is.
Wow, he took a shot.
I mean, that's one of them football plays.
He took a
That's
shot.
great.
And you know, guys, that you think about it, when hits like that happen, it kind of can work on the psyche of an offense as the game wears on.
You know, you remember, it takes me back to the Texas game, a similar hit in the Texas game, which there was a flag thrown for 15 yards. And speaking with the official, he had explained that, you know, if you extend the arms out when they're in the air,
Good point.
it's good. If you wrap them up, it's good. But if you make forcible contact with the shoulder pads, then they're going to call that a penalty. Obviously, there's some different in officiating. And I'd like to have that flag back that he threw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, if you know DC, he was in the game. He still has yet to let that game go.
I'd like to have that flag back. I'll be calling him. I hope he's on the line tonight. Maybe not, but I'll be calling him. I won't call his name online, but I do have his phone number.
The injured Mountie, Cooper Daniel, as he'll walk off. Glad to see the young man. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
But, Pat, just to talk about this first possession on defense for Fayetteville, there was no arm tackling. Everybody came ready to bring their hard hat and wrapping up. And
high snap.
Got a little piece of that maybe.
It's going to be a short kick.
Leave it alone.
Let it go.
It's going to take a Mounties roll and be downed around the 36-yard line, where Fayetteville will take over 1st and 10 with 11:01 here in the third quarter. And I agree with you, Aaron. Good way to start with a 3-and-out if you're the Fayetteville defense. That's what we're so accustomed to seeing from the Purple Rain defense.
I mean, surely at halftime they may have not counted the missed tackles that occurred, but that had to have been the focus of one of their talks in the halftime, is just making sure you wrap up and make your tackle.
Split back. And he's going to lose yardage. About 5 on the play. 6. Well, that play's just there. I mean, they just have so many in the box. I mean, I think instead of running, you're going to have to run directly at this aggressive Rogers defense.
I mean, we went away from battles for a little bit. I'm not sure why he hadn't gotten a carry in a while.
2nd and 16. Complete to Delamar. He's going to break a tackle. Jason at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, the 10, 5. It's a dog's world. Touchdown, Fayetteville.
And what
Jason Delamar.
And what you would expect, Pat, from your senior wide receiver who led the state in receiving last year, just unbelievable refusal to go down after contact, and there you have it, burst of speed to get to the end zone.
I mean,
2 plays in that drive for the Bulldog touchdown with 10:22. Dogs set to tie it up at 28.
I mean, but just to show about Delamar, I mean, that's why he's regarded as the #1 receiver in the state. I mean, what he's been able to do since his sophomore year with Drake Lindsey, even last year with leading the Arkansas in receiving yards, and even this year, I mean, you literally can't bring the guy down with one tackler. You have to have a gang of guys that's going to bring him down, because he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get that yak yardage up, and you know, you're going to have to live with that. You saw he just broke a tackle at the 41 and took it 70 yards to the house.
So with 9:22, it's all tied up on the Jason Delamar 60-plus yard touchdown. 70-yard touchdown, and when you think about it, guys, we said it early in the game in the outset that Delamar, Graves, and Taylor had to get involved, and you can see already both 1 and 3, they made their presence felt.
Again, like I said, you see how they load in the box. So you're going to have your one-on-one matchups on the outside. You get the ball out quick and let your playmaker make plays.
Right.
Again, Rogers doesn't have the speed in the secondary to be able to contend with those outside receivers.
I just talk about how lucky I am, Pat. The 3 years I've been with you guys, I got to see Kalen Morris break all kind of records, and I've seen Jason Delamar these last 2 years just tear it, just take the mantle from him and keep it going.
And then you see Mr. Katavion Taylor, he's next man up,
I
and
mean,
then there's going to be more.
It's like it's a
as we
factory
continue
over
to go on. Justin Jordan does a great job with that receiver room. Keichel. It's going to be a touchback as the Mounties will take over at their own 20 once again. All tied up, 9:22, third quarter, 28 all. Could those be a few things that the Dogs need? You get a stop, and then 2 plays later, you're tied up. Is that what we were really looking forward for the Bulldogs?
Absolutely, because here's the deal, Pat. You got to pick your poison. So if you're not going to give safety help over the top and you're going to continue to blitz them, then you're going to leave these speedsters one-on-one. And if that happens, you're going to continue to see that. But if they drop them back and double them up, then what's going to happen is you're going to see the running game come back with Battles and Johnson.
Single back. Reagan in the shotgun. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Give it. And he's going to be stopped, and he's going to be stopped for a big loss.
Grayson Jerry.
The junior linebacker is having himself a quarter. Could that have been a matchup? And you mentioned that, DC, when he came into the game about just the speed factor that he would bring to that defense.
Absolutely.
Loss of about 6, 7 on the play, all the way back to the 13. Second down. 14, I'm sorry. Second down. A little quick pass, and he's gonna be about 2 yards short of the first down. That quick play that they've been using.
1 to 2 to the 29.
Third and long 1.
Drayson Voigt.
You know, Aaron, I look for the quarterback keeper.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and long. There's the keep.
Oh, nice.
And he's going to. There's going to be, looks like it's going to come back.
It may have been an eligible man downfield.
Or was
It's
he
going to be an eligible downfield, it looks like. Big play as the Bulldogs dodge a huge bullet.
Man.
Make a note of that play right there at 8:03. As it's going to come back. Would have been a first down.
Wow.
As a result, it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Mounties of Rogers all the way back at their own 24-yard line. Third down, empty set, 5 wide.
Fine 14.
Reagan, you'd look for maybe the RPO. Reagan.
got to come up?
Boy, Powers, boy, he is something. Oh, what a throw. Yikes.
It's going to be complete. Can't have those third down, those big third down plays. Those are backbreakers in games like this, guys.
Especially when you had them backed up. You had the penalty on them, and you had them backed up, and you let Reagan get out the pocket and find an open receiver.
First down at the Rogers 45 for the Mounties.
Boy, look at that.
Reagan is going to keep it. And he's going to be about a yard short. The containment on the defensive ends has got to be a lot better. Somehow the Mountie offensive line is able to keep that contained, and that's how Reagan's getting outside.
And Pat, the receivers are doing an outstanding job blocking on the ends as well.
Yes.
I mean, traditionally when you have that pulling guard, you want to go underneath him and not let him actually push you out. And Reagan's just turning it right up as soon as that outside linebacker go out.
He's going to keep it again.
Faked him.
And he's going to stop and get the first down, get across the 45 down around the 43-yard line of Fayetteville.
And I think that may have been the first run where he didn't actually follow his lead block and actually went the other direction and kind of throw him off.
Pat, you notice your big nose tackle, clean that tackle up at the end there. Those are the type of things you make him second guess about getting out there running like that.
Absolutely.
Big Jackson fall on top of you.
First down Mounties at the Bulldog 43-yard line. 6:38. All tied at 28. Empty set. The ball's batted away. Big Jackson Oliver, isn't it? 99 started to make his presence felt. You'd like to see him play about 2 or 3 snaps in a row.
Yeah.
Second down, 10. At the Fayetteville 38, at the 43-yard line of Fayetteville for the Mounties. Reagan is in the shotgun with a single back set. It'll go empty. Woo!
Oh, man. Come on.
It's complete to Braxton Lindsey. On the busted assignment,
Charlie Gardner.
Nobody.
Gardner.
That's the number one person.
Just
you
a
need to
lot
have
of
eyes
busted
on.
assignments here tonight defensively. Very uncharacteristic of this Fayetteville football team. It's going to bring up 1st and goal.
But I mean, one thing we are learning is that this Braxton Lindsey kid that's a junior for Rogers is a dude. He's already one of those guys. So you always got to have an eye on him.
1st and goal. And they're going to get in the legal procedures. It's going to be 5-yard penalty on the Mounties.
I don't know if we're watching arena football where you can get the little head start on the motion, or I'm not real. It's been all game, the entire game.
5:54 in the 3rd quarter, all tied up at 28. Mounties have the ball, 1st and goal at the Fayetteville, we'll call it 13-yard line.
Defensively, find 14 and have somebody on. Somebody, anybody.
Reagan in the shotgun, goes empty, motion.
But they playing off of him again.
Incomplete. Not sure what's going on in the middle of the field.
That motion that they bring in outside the running back lane is widening that middle. I mean, at this point, I just think you need to go man up and get out of the zone because it's not helping what you got going on, because it's those two middle linebackers are actually widening it out, and they're just coming in and filling up that hole.
It's going to bring up second down.
They're going to do it again.
Ball at 13. Empty set motion. Look for Reagan to go wide side of the field.
Oh.
Side the 10, down around the 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Ball at the Bulldogs 7. 5:12 to go, 3rd quarter, all tied up 28. Mounties with the football.
Watch for this middle, and I can see Lindsey coming right, filling in right in behind those linebackers. Mm-hmm. Nobody's guarding him. Nobody's touching him. Oh.
Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and goal. Even if they get 3, guys, you'd have to say it's a big-time win for Fayetteville defensively to hold serve ball inside their own 10-yard line and to be able to hold.
And I don't believe it yet. You're going to have to.
On that. Ashley set to kick, 24-yard attempt. There's a snap.
Good.
And the kick is good. 46 seconds. The Mounties of Rogers take a 31-28 lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Down to get back up, but I got to tell you again, 14's been that guy all night long. There's no reason to be playing him.
Here in tonight's ball game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates with an office in Fayetteville. They have a location in Rogers and their newest office location in Bentonville. That's Lindsay and Associates. We bring great neighbors together. It's also brought to you by C-Mac Southern Kitchen with locations at 7420 West Sunset Avenue, 909 South Thompson, Highway 412 in Siloam, and 2190 MLK Boulevard. C-Max is just that good. And lastly, First Choice Protection Systems. And if you are a veteran, get this, they will honor the veteran discount. So make sure you reach out to our good friends at First Choice Protection Systems for all your security needs. As we get set for the kickoff, Ashley set the kickoff for the Mounties. Back deep for Fayetteville. Taylor and Johnson.
They are.
Will they kick it deep? There's the kick. It's going to be a touchback as Fayetteville will take over at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, down 31-28 to the Rogers Mounties. It's homecoming night on the campus of Rogers High School. Very nice night, I might add, guys. It's a cool, and I agree with you, Aaron. It wasn't so cool earlier.
But let's hope by Monday that'll be our last little bit of hot weather.
Single back, shotgun.
Okay.
They're going to go deep.
Ooh.
Are you kind of
Charlie Graves.
surprised that Fayetteville isn't trying to stick with that ground and pound running game since they had so much success in the early going?
Absolutely. I'm shocked at it too, Pat, but also, too, personnel and receivers. You know, Charlie's not a speedster. He's more of a possession receiver. So to take that shot down the field, you know, they just got to settle in.
I mean, Battles hadn't had a carry since the first quarter.
Second down. The give is to Battles. He's going to cut it up.
Caleb Johnson.
Or Caleb Johnson, I'm sorry. He'll get it across the 25 up to around the 27, close to the 28.
But I'm not entirely
Bring
sure
up a third and short.
what we're doing. Is Battles hadn't had a carry, I don't think, since the first quarter. So it's one of those things to where he was getting a bunch of yardage in that first couple of drives, but now he hadn't even really touched the ball since.
The give is to Johnson. He's going to pick up the first down across the 35 up to around the Fayetteville 38-yard line. No, I'm sorry, 33-yard line. I don't know what I'm seeing.
Tempo, Pat, tempo.
Bulldogs. Yeah, complete to Taylor. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. The Bulldog 37-yard line. Split back set. Odom's going to keep it, and he's going to get maybe 2. Thought he should have gave that one.
Yeah. Somebody has to notice this on the Fayetteville sideline that Battles hadn't gotten a carry since the first quarter.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. At the Bulldog 37-yard line.
You got to throw
Pass
that
interference.
flag.
And they're going to get it.
Pass
They called it?
interference. They didn't call it.
But
Wow, guys.
I understand, but that flat to Battles is wide open.
I mean, clearly missed Battles in the flat. Wow, I thought that was a pass interference, yet not called again. There's been 4 calls, guys, that are just obvious from where our vantage point, but obviously not being called.
Time to play defense.
I mean, there's no pass interference, but kick. Oh, wow. My.
It's got to be a hold. It's got to be a hold. He had a clear path to catch the ball.
See what we got. I mean, I didn't see any interference with the catch. I mean,
they waved it off.
I was getting ready to say there wasn't a Fayetteville Bulldog in front of the guy. I don't know what the back judge saw.
Just wanted a little bit of time in the spotlight.
3:07 to go, third quarter. Dogs down 31-28. Rogers with the football at their own 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Let everybody know he's still here and participating in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs need to make a play on defense. Regan. And he just weaves his way up to around the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 8 on it.
Yeah, he was
Just over pursuing.
Yeah,
over pursuing the play.
He's well over 100 yards rushing tonight.
Looking for 14, Grayson Jerry. He seemed to be the one that had a beat on him. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. They have been an empty an awful lot tonight, fellas.
Get him.
And
Get
he's
him,
going to be
man.
stopped for a
Keep that
loss.
contained. Get off that block.
See, those ends got to keep getting up the field just like that, Pat.
Mhm.
You get up the field right off the gate, He's got to turn it back up, or either you make a tackle.
Because with that guard pulling, you have a down block coming with the other side tackle. So with him being able to engage that tackle,
1:56, third quarter, third down and about 5. Empty set. Reagan. Here comes motion.
Oh, no.
And
Nice
it's going to
play.
be
you got to make the tail. Good play.
nicely played by the Bulldogs.
Started with Reed Slankert. Pat,
Lindsey, he loses a yard, brings up 4th down.
I also want to tell you that play right there was also caused by your nose tackle, Jackson Oliver.
Yes.
He made him get in a hurry when he didn't really want to.
Oh, what a play. What a defensive play by the Bulldogs on 3rd and 5 to force the punt. Holzhauser back around his own 29-yard line.
Great job out of defense.
Got to stay disciplined on this thing and watch that punt.
57 seconds, and there's a snap.
It's a hold. No,
And it's blocked. The kick is blocked. 22 blocked the punt. Scooped up. Fayetteville.
Here we go.
And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the Mountie 4-yard line. Fayetteville special teams with the block punt.
Number 5.
Dax Horton.
No, that's number 5. That's your backup cornerback.
Number 5 with the recovery.
Yeah, 5 on defense. Backup
22 with the
cornerback.
block.
He's a senior.
Xavier Burns with the scoop as he'll get it down to the Mountie 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Dax Horton on the block punt.
Now, this is where you need to see number 15.
44 seconds in the quarter.
Put him in the Wildcat. And
1st and goal Bulldogs at the Mountie 4-yard line.
This is right up the middle. This is no other halfback dive right up the main street.
The give is the Battles.
Yeah, boy.
And he's going to be in for the touchdown. It's the Dogs' world. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Christian Battles, 4-yard plunge up the middle. The Dogs go up 34-31. 36 seconds in the third quarter. Guys, what a play by the special teams and senior Dax Horton with senior Xavier Burns with the wherewithal to scoop and try to get it all the way down to the 4, just a hair away from a touchdown. But a big play by the Bulldogs special teams.
Again, it's a game of inches. You know, the snap wasn't good. And then all you see the results of getting after the football. So,
wow.
Extra point is no good, making it 34-31 Fayetteville. Very uncharacteristic for Mr. Keuchel to miss the extra point, but I believe that's maybe the 3rd or 4th extra point miss for Nathan this year, which is not typical of who he really is.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Pat. I think we had one in was it Broken Arrow? And
yes.
And then another one last week.
Yes.
Yeah, one in Texas High as well.
36 seconds. Bulldog takes a 34-31 lead here in the third quarter off of a blocked punt by the Bulldog special teams. Senior Dax Horton charged with the block punt, the scoop. Xavier Burns.
And, Pat, while we got a little time in between the kickoff, a little break from the 7A West, we got Benville and Northside headed into the fourth quarter, 28-14 Benville. We got Springdale over Benville West in the fourth quarter, 28-24.
How about them Red Dogs?
Then Harbor and Heritage, it is. I don't even want to tell you the score. It is not
too much to not enough.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what I thought you said.
It is 49-26 going into the fourth quarter.
Fayetteville set to kick off. Cunningham back deep for the Mounties. Hadn't really heard a lot from Cam Cunningham tonight.
No, I mean, when your bread and butter is Lindsey and Reagan, and Reagan is well over 100 yards rushing, and Lindsey is a hard person to bring down. You got number 2 who's been able to
a little bit more. You've got some definitely attention brought to the quarterback. So I think they've settled in. We just got to continue to see them get stops. And what a big stop this would be to give them the ball back with a chance to go up by 10.
First and 10 Mounties at their own 20-yard line, 36 seconds in the third quarter. Reagan, empty set. He's going to keep it.
He's right there. Oh,
he's going to cut it up the middle and makes a man miss still. Oh,
wow.
He's going to go all the way up to the 40.
He can put that foot in the ground and just go.
That's where you want him to run at, Pat, but you got to have your linebackers home when it happens.
Gain of 20 on the play. Down to the 42. 41 is where they'll spot it. Of Rogers. 12 seconds and counting. As I believe they're just going to let it run down as we're going to go into the fourth quarter with the Fayetteville Bulldogs up 34-31 here on homecoming night for the Rogers Mounties on the campus of Rogers High School in Rogers, Arkansas. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter here. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it. And welcome back here to Whitney Smith Stadium, where the Rogers Mounties trail the Fayetteville Bulldogs 34-31 here in the start of the fourth quarter. Rogers with the football. Empty set. And he's going to pick up maybe two. They're going to give him 3 on the play up to the 44.
Pat,
Brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't know how many rushing attempts that is for that quarterback.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it is.
But you asking an awful lot.
Yeah, I mean, and to be in this conference, and I mean, this game being super early, I mean, you still got to play Bentonville, you still got to play Springdale, you got other teams that's going to be a little as physical or as much as bring as much physicality as Fayetteville, and that's a long season.
Empty set, Reagan. He'll take the snap. There's the pass. It's going to be a short gain as he.
What?
What we got now?
Face mask? That's the only thing I can see right there.
What we have now?
1 to 14. It's a gain of 2.
What do we have here?
Ineligible.
It's going to be an ineligible downfield. It's going to be a penalty on the Rogers Mounties.
I know that was quick.
Loss of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Second and 12 at the 39 of Rogers. Empty set. Reagan in the shotgun. Another unfortunate play. And jumping off sides, guys, I mean, you have to see the football.
Yeah.
Don't move until the football moves. That's just a lack of focus when you jump off sides.
But also, it's not too many times you see
5
the corner.
yards.
The corner actually jumps outside. That's you don't see that happening too often.
It's a focus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got to shake it on play. 2nd and 7. 10-40. Lindsey. He's going to be stopped short. Going to be 3rd down. Pick up a 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. All at the Rogers 49-yard line. They'll have to get it over into Fayetteville territory around the 49, maybe close to the 48-yard line. Empty set, Reagan. You have to think one's going to keep this football. They're going to try to draw Fayetteville off sides with the hard count. There's a snap. Here comes pressure.
Oh.
Going deep.
Wow.
Complete.
This dude is amazing. This kid is
another
else,
blown
man.
assignment in the back end. I'm not understanding what we're looking at in the back end, how he's able to run so freely.
One thing
42-yard reception.
One thing I'm not understanding is how is Reed Slinker on Lindsey? I'm not sure how that.
Well, that was your linebacker, Dax Horton, I believe that was.
But I think with the coverage, he just got stuck on Reed Slinker, and he just kind of ran right past him.
1st and goal. 9:26. Reagan.
Coming.
It's going to be
timeout
on Rogers. So we'll take a quick break with him. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
He can be a bit much.
Welcome back. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Reagan. He's going to get around the side. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds. I believe that's Brody Jones on the stop.
Gotta be.
Ooh. Somebody down? Oh, got a Bulldog down with the cramps.
Surely it couldn't make it Fayetteville.
No, it's going to be on Rogers.
It's going to be a holding.
If you're Fayetteville defensively, find 14 and get a spy on 1. And if you don't, those two, find 6. Those and those and number 2 just seem to be really number 1 and 14.
With the occasional, number 6 sneaking in behind those linebackers as Reagan's been able to kind of sway the linebackers.
So what number is that?
That's 14. That's Grayson
Jerry is the Bulldog that's walking off with cramps. Young man's had a great night at the linebacker position.
You've got Will Price coming in for him now, so you've got the same amount of speed that just came on the field.
Yeah. But you also need to make sure that you're telling them
penalty
on the field.
Also, guys, all the way back to the 20-yard line following the holding. 1st and goal from the Bulldog 20 for the Mounties. 9-10 in the ball game. Empty set. Touchdown, 20 yards.
Came right at the free safety.
Drake. I mean, the busted coverages tonight, it's something I hadn't seen. Very uncharacteristic of this Fayetteville secondary. But a lot of football, just a great pass as well. 37-34 Mounties. 9:05. Extra point here is going to make it a touchdown game. Kick is up.
It's good.
And it's good to make it 38-34. Rogers with 9:05. I mean, back in the second, he's seen. There's been wide open guys all night long for the Mounties receivers. I mean, they've had wide open pitch and catch plays.
Pat, unfortunately, the quarterback's not going through many progressions at all.
No.
No. He's staring guys down, so we should be able to make some safety plays in the backfield, but it's just unbelievable that we're not there where we should be at. So he's going to continue to stare receivers down. He's got his guys he's going to. He's not switching it up much. And so we got to get better real quick.
9:05 to go in the ball game. Rogers leading it 38-34.
But also, Pat, to piggyback on that is, with Fayetteville, you won the championship last year. You have that bullseye on your back. You should be coming in fully prepared to take everyone's best shot. And granted, Rogers has been able to kind of keep it going this entire game, and now you have to respond on.
And when you think about it, last 3 years, this has been a matchup. It just seems like both teams match up really well, and this is something that you expected.
Then when your head coach is a former Fayettevillean, you're going to get that extra little something sprinkled on there as well. So
it's going to be a touchback where Fayetteville will take over, trailing 38-34 from their own 20-yard line with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the ball game. Time for the Fayetteville offense to rise up.
Looks like no Lindsey on defense this series.
15 is back in the game.
Shotgun, single back. The give is to Battles. He's going to get 5 on the play up to the 25. He's going to make it 2nd and 5. When things get tight, you got to go with what you know, and that's the running game for the Bulldogs. 8:43, 2nd and 5 at the Bulldog 25.
7 on the keep.
what?
And a lost yardage. Not been able to run sideline to sideline all night long. That's just not been a good offensive play for the Bulldogs tonight. Is the speed of Rogers has really kept them contained. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
We went away from the tunnel screens to
A
a little
loss
quick
of
screen
6
passes
on the
as well.
play. It's going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 11.
That's just not who you.
Brings up 4th down.
I just don't. That rotation of wide receiver, you have to put somebody else in that position too. If you're running that type of screen, you got to have that person coming
4th down,
quickly off that curl
7:43 and
catching that
counting.
ball.
Mounties up 38-34. Fayetteville set to punt. There's a snap. High kick.
No,
It's going to be fumbled.
Fayetteville
Fayetteville has it. The Bulldogs have the football. Mr. Price, Will Price on the recovery
2
for
weeks in a row.
Fayetteville. They'll take it over at the Mounties 40. I think they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line. 49-yard line with 8:50. Why is the clock running?
It's been doing that all game.
About 7 seconds went off that clock.
They've been running the clock all game long.
Why did the clock run on a fumble? There should be close to 9 minutes.
Okay, I think they're putting it back on there.
There was about 6 seconds went off that clock.
Yeah, I think he was signaling up here. 7:05. They actually threw 5 extra seconds on there.
I mean, clearly the clock kept running when the ball was recovered and went down from – I'm glad they put it back on there. 7:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Dogs have it at the Mountie 49-yard line following the muff punt recovered by Junior Will Price for Fayetteville.
Aaron, I thought we was finna need a blood pressure cup up
Yeah.
here. Pat was
Yeah.
excited.
And it's going to be lost yardage.
Okay, blow the whistle.
It's winning time now, guys.
Yeah.
-5 on the play.
Again,
Bring up second and 15.
The reason why they're able to stop that is because they're loading the box. You have one-on-one matchups on the outside. You've got to get the football out there.
You got to hit this screen pass right here.
It's complete. Taylor across midfield. He'll get the lost yardage back. It's going to be a third down.
Now, are you going Delamore side or Taylor side? Which one? Because it's coming. I can see the tunnel screen coming.
I think you're going to get a double at the top for Delamore. Taylor's going to have a one-on-one. If you run the seam route with Mattingly to hold that safety. Third down.
They moved him out. If they blitz him, you throw that screen. Oh, he moved him to the middle.
There's a snap. Don't know.
Delamar is open over there.
Still no number 3 sighting.
You got to find him on the field.
As the Bulldogs were able to do nothing with it, they'll send out the punt team. Three and out for the Bulldogs. 38-34. 6:26. There's the kick. Nice kick. It's going to take a Fayetteville roll and be down inside the 15. Down around the 14-yard line where the Mounties will take over first and 10 with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the ball game, leading 38-34.
This is Pat. This is where you put up and shut up on the defensive end. You gotta get a stop here, and preferably 3 plays and getting them to punt the ball right on this first 3 plays. So you need this now, and your back's up against the wall. Now you gotta have the ultimate focus right here.
First down at the, we'll call it the 15-yard line, no, 14-yard line.
They're definitely going to be getting the ball out quick. I can see that Lindsey running 2 yards out and turning right around. Boom.
Reagan, and he's going to pick up about maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 7. .550 in the ball game. 38-34 Mounties. 2nd and 7 for Rogers at the 17. Reagan. He's going to keep it.
He got the first down.
And he's going to get the first down. He'll get out of bounds, which will stop the clock. But it's going to be a Mountie first down. 5:33 at the Mountie 26. Tell you, Mr. Reagan's been the running game for Rogers all night long. Dogs just can't seem to corral him.
I haven't seen him hand the ball off to a running back the entire game. One time. That is crazy.
Empty set.
Oh.
Going to be knocked down.
That went right in his hands. And back in my day, at times, that's when you knew you were either a linebacker or a tight
Rhett
end.
Tidwell on the batted
Absolutely.
pass by Reagan. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 5.5 to go in the ball game. 38-34, Mounties over your Bulldogs. Empty. Snap.
No.
Oh,
Going to be a pass interference on the Bulldogs. Another unfortunate penalty. Dogs have just shot themselves in the foot with unfortunate penalties
yeah,
in
Patty.
very crucial moments in tonight's game.
And he held him, and he didn't let go. He just didn't let go at all.
Yeah, I think if he would have let go, he probably would have got away with it. But
Going to be first down.
once the ball was in the air, you could see
5:24.
it.
Going to be a 10-yard penalty up to the Mountie 36-yard line.
You do not need that.
All the way to the 41. .524, 1st and 10 Mounties at the 41. Reagan's just going to keep it. He's going to get maybe 3, possible 4.
That I believe that linebacker should be crashing down once we do see that, and it's not happening. I mean, we know what's coming to us. As far as the guard coming across, and they brought the guard and the tackle. So, I mean, you know what's coming. You just need
4:58.
to do your job.
2nd down. Ball at the 45 of the Mounties. They have the football. And the lead, 38-34. Ooh, and there's going to be an illegal procedure. False start.
They all been
And the
moving so
clock
much, they don't know.
Which is going to stop the clock with 4:34. It's going to back them up 5. Makes it a 2nd and 11
Here we go.
at the 40-yard line.
And the clock's running again.
4:27. Thought on it.
Oh, let's still keep going.
Snap. Reagan.
Way to keep. Man, gotta make the tackle.
He's going to. I mean, just effort.
Man.
They just seem to want it a little bit more tonight, does the Rogers Mounties.
3rd and
Brings
3.
up 3rd and 3. 3:56 and counting.
Like Price with a cramp.
Bulldog down on the field. 38-34 Rogers. They have the football, 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Pat, you got to get a stop here. I mean, it's just where it's at. I mean, I don't believe it's 4-down territory for them. I think they'll punt the football if you get a stop, make you play the field.
Right.
Because their defense been playing. So this is where you got to get the stop at.
Let's get. Let me guess. Reagan on the keeper.
Oh yeah, pulling that tackle on that guard, and I'm running right behind him.
That's Grayson Jerry again. Another set of cramps for Mr. Jerry.
Hey, that 90 degree in October, man, it's a different type of feel when you're in Arkansas for sure. But I mean,
3rd down.
we gotta get a stop here.
3 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the ball game. Fayetteville trailing 38-34.
I mean, do you throw like a little blitz at him? I mean, do you bring the kitchen sink right here?
I think you spy Reagan. It just seems like an RPO for me, a keeper. He's going to read this one. Oh my goodness! What? Oh my goodness! Oh my!
They bailed him out again.
Oh my! That is a horrible call. Oh, my goodness.
He bailed him out.
Oh, my goodness.
Every big hit has been called a
Oh,
personal foul.
my goodness.
You probably need to tell him to relax.
That was a good
That
hit.
was
That's
a
just
good
hitting
hit,
right
but
in the chest.
At that
Oh,
point,
my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my
They have to
goodness.
Oh,
How?
yeah, Rogers coach is going to come in here.
Oh,
and
my
flag.
goodness.
He's going to.
That's a
but
very
that- I mean,
bad
that's-
call, guys. That is a horrible call, guys. That's just a good read and a good hit. He read the play.
Nothing more you can do.
It was a high throw. It just knocked. I mean, come on, guys.
Either we're playing touch or we're playing – what we doing?
I didn't see. Did you see any egregiousness on that play?
We're going to get it on replay here, Pat.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Then I already know how this is going to go. I already know how this was going to go by the white hat. Not going to go good for Fayetteville.
There's a replay right here.
Wow, guys. Just wow. Wow, guys. He got knocked the win. I mean, wow, guys. This is a bad call. This is a bad call. It was a high pass, and it wow. Unbelievable.
Wow.
And he ejected him.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Hey.
That is a bad call. That's a very bad call, guys. On a high pass. The pass was high by the –
Get a replay, yeah.
wow, unbelievable. First down at the 35.
Hit him right in the chest.
Don't know how that's
And
a
the
hit him
clock
in the
running.
chest. I mean, I don't understand where the spirit was. I don't see it. We don't play football no more.
Hit him. Wrap him up. Wrap
We
him
do
up.
not
There
play
we go.
football. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
You're going to have to let that time
Read
run.
18 and counting. Not understanding we don't play football no more. It's going to be 2nd and 13. And we saw this 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. You know, granted,
We
you
saw
know,
this
it
2
was
years ago.
A lot of different deals,
Wow.
but also it was somewhat of the same.
On the replay, you saw a direct hit to the chest.
But I mean, if this, we need to stop right here. We need to get out of
Second
these
down.
downs.
13. He's going to be dropped all the way back
what a
at the
play.
40.
What a play!
Price on the stop. 2:35 to go. Third down.
The clock stopped. We did okay. Probably good.
Fayetteville's going to call the timeout. Guys, very questionable call. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. The replay shows
again,
a straight direct hit in the shoulder pads.
If nothing
I'm
more,
not
else,
understanding it.
It's a coaching moment because Pat here's, you know, if you wrap up at the waist, you know what I mean. That's a good open field tackle. He's gonna make it anyway. You know, obviously the big hit was a big hit, and it's
But obviously the
questionable call.
pass being thrown behind the guy, and it's a high pass. He turns, and I mean, what is the defense to do? I mean,
Right, absolutely.
clearly on the
Again,
replay you showed that you could clearly see the hit in the shoulder pad area. I'm
Again.
not understanding where the
Yeah.
spear was.
I'm with you, and I agree
Wow.
with you. You know, again, it's a teaching moment because
Wow.
you know how they calling it.
Let's play
they've been
football,
calling
guys.
it.
Let's play football. Let's play football. We got pads on. Let's play football. Oh my goodness!
Hey, here we are.
Defensively,
I mean,
wow.
what do you do? What do
Unbelievable.
you do if you're Rodgers in this situation? You don't
run
get this third down. Do you punt?
I think you punt and make Fayetteville go
I
the
mean,
length
yeah,
of the
yeah.
football field. They're going to have to get a touchdown to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. 3rd and 15, ball at the
Definitely
Fayetteville
running this
40
thing.
for the Mounties. Reagan in the shotgun. Mountie goes empty.
Get him. It's wide open.
And he's going to be
That's going to be fourth
stopped
down.
short. It's going to be a pickup of about 6 on the play. It's going
Fayetteville.
to bring up 4th down to the 34
Mm.
of Fayetteville.
I punt. It's 4th and 9. If it was shorter than 9, I would
2:23.
think about it.
Fayetteville called a timeout immediately, so let's see how much they're going to put back on the clock.
This
be about
clock
2:30.
issues tonight. It's going to bring up a 4th down at the Bulldog 34. .223 left. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates,
225 is what he's saying.
C-Mac Southern Kitchen, and First Choice Protection Systems. I want to thank our proud sponsors for their belief in making this possible each and every Friday night that we bring you for Bulldog football. It's going to be they're convert. See how much time. 2:25. It's going to be 4th down.
And just
No.
Pooch kick it maybe? I mean, has he pooch kicked any this year that you know?
It's going to be 4th down. The Mounties will come out.
He's coming back a little deeper than what he normally is. He's going to try to draw him offside with a pooch ball.
I could him being bold and going for it. Just-
Stack set.
wow.
empty.
Wasn't expecting that.
Looking for the crossing route.
Got him. Don't you call
It's
it?
going to be
Did they call it?
incomplete.
Oh, they didn't call it.
Fayetteville's going to take over on downs.
That was interesting.
Woo!
that's a makeup call.
That was interesting, though. I mean, that's,
You know.
you had a weird spot on the football field, and with Fayetteville's offense, I mean, you don't want to give Fayetteville
Could
offense
the
any type
door
of
be
presence.
left open for a Fayetteville
and this is-
game-winning
this is-
drive?
This is a gift wrap present.
Very
if you're
shocking,
looking at
guys,
it.
that they did go for that on 4th down. Dogs are going to take over 1st and 10.
But you have to find a way to get Jason Delamar the ball.
2:19 in the ball game at their own 34-yard line.
Johnson. You waited too late. Or
It's going to Delamar. He'll get it up across the 40, down to around the 43.
you got to get the ball in his. Who's
He's
hurt?
hurt. Delmar.
Oh, man.
He's going to be down. I think he might be cramping up. It's going to be
He took a little shot on that little.
up around the 41.
Once he broke that tackle, he took a little shot on his little hip.
Jason Delamar is an injured Bulldog. 2:09 to go. Dogs will have it at their own 41-yard line. Be 2nd and 3.
How many timeouts, Pat?
I think Fayetteville has 2 timeouts left. A lot of play action, short passing game.
You know, you got 2 timeouts, Pat. You know, obviously.
I think
you
now
gotta
you
score
use the
touchdown.
sideline
Yeah.
as your timeout so you can save them.
And again, you know, Pat, they expecting you to use the sidelines.
Yes.
So if the middle of the field is open, you know, obviously with, you know, Taylor or Delamar, if he can get himself back in, you got to take a look at that.
No, he
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
yes, he'll get up of his own power.
Mm-hmm.
Jason
That is good.
Delamar, the injured Bulldog. 2nd and 7 for Fayetteville. 2:09 to go. Ball at the Bulldog 41-yard line. 2nd and 3. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. They just got 7.
Hadn't seen a reverse all night yet, Pat.
No, we don't need it. Okay.
It's going to be complete.
That's a,
It's going to be a 1st down for the Bulldog. Charlie Graves with the reception.
Oh, Delamar back in there, it looks like. Oh, yeah.
First down at the Bulldog 40.
Yeah, you looking at that. Three.
Complete. Delamar on the reception up to the Mountie 45. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Good clock
55 and counting.
Good clock management.
You go ahead and press Taylor if you want, and he's gonna run right past you. Offsides by 30. They're not even gonna call it. He looked right at it. He didn't even call it.
Got to get up to the line.
Unbelievable, guys. How do you blow an offsides call?
It's 3rd down. Wow.
Like, that's funny. 3rd down. That's funny.
What is?
That's it. First
That's
down.
a
It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. Delamar, as he'll get out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:35. The ball at the 43 of Rogers for Fayetteville.
I say he's fooling with a halfback draw right up the middle. But hey.
It's going to be a pickup of 1. Where's that spear?
Need to get a timeout.
We need a timeout.
1:25.
Garrett.
Hold him. He's going to tuck and go, and he's going to get out of bounds. He's going to stop the clock with 1:11. I think that may be close for another Bulldog first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think with the ball being on this end, you're able to get there. I think just the length, just going on that far side, maybe a little bit of trouble.
Ball at the Mountie 34-yard line.
But it's definitely coming to Catavian right here. Yeah. See, he already done crept back over. Okay.
Odom's going to keep it.
I would too. Just run it and go out of bounds. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
He's going to get out of bounds. It's going to be a first down inside the Mountie 30. 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Yeah, but that's good clock management.
Got Delamar back in.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Ball at, I believe, the 27. 28-yard line.
I say if Delamar can get the step on Cunningham over there on that far side.
There's a snap.
He got him. He got him.
He's got a man.
Oh, got him.
Touchdown.
And Garrett just got hurt.
It's a dog's world.
Charlie Gray.
Touchdown, Fayetteville.
We done got a quarterback just got crazy. And
Charlie Graves with the touchdown with 58 seconds, 34 yards.
You know who got the winning score last year?
Makes it a 40-38 game. An extra point will make it a 3-point game for the Bulldogs.
The go-ahead score for Fayetteville against Rogers last year was Mr. Reliable, Charlie Graves.
Charlie Graves with the touchdown. Something about game-winning plays with Charlie Graves and Rogers in Fayetteville. Great pass, great catch, great focus by the entire Fayetteville offense on that drive. The kick is up.
Good.
And the kick is good. So with 58 seconds left to go, the Bulldogs take the lead 41-38. And it is up to the defense. And, guys, ain't this what you would want with the veterans on that side of the ball? A lot of experience, the Tidwells, the Olivers, the Slankers, those type of guys on that side in this final drive.
Absolutely. They got an opportunity to do it again, though. You know what I mean? You kick this thing out of the end zone. You make them have to go 75 yards, right? And because of that, guess what? We should be able to defend that with a cloud coverage, keeping everything in front of you. We've been here before. These guys, most of them are seniors. Most of them have been in competitive games before. Now it's time to just put it all together.
Well, majority of this defense, even last year, we talk about, Charlie Graves having that game-winning touchdown against Rodgers last year, and also having a game-changing touchdown just now with 58 seconds left. The defense still had to go out on the field last year at Fayetteville, and they were able to shut the door. And they're going to have to do the same exact thing.
Guys, it's going to be real imperative that Fayetteville gets a touchback. So it's good. It's real important that Kaiku makes sure that this is a touchback and they start with 80 yards to go. How many timeouts does Rodgers have?
I see a lot of defensive starters out there on that kickoff.
Kaiku said to kick off. I believe both teams have 2 timeouts. There's the kick. It's going to be a touchback, just as you would want. With 58 seconds left in the ball game, Fayetteville with the 3-point lead. 41-38. And guys, just how big is that extra point right now?
Huge.
In this ball game.
Huge.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Mountie 20 for Rodgers.
Somebody.
That's Brody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First down. 58 seconds.
You got Will Price.
Oh, yeah.
Empty set.
Keep him, okay.
He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mathis Brady. Pickup of 6. 53 seconds left. Second down, about 4. Empty set. Reagan is in the shotgun.
Got Lindsey one-on-one with Williams.
Here comes the pressure.
What is going? Do you see this? This guy is wide open. Holy moly! Number 6 was wide open.
Third down. 4.
Yeah, they don't need to do that again. Number 6 was wide open before he threw the ball.
49 seconds. Ball at the Mountie 26.
He got to be up or either deeper.
Reagan. There's the snap. Pressure coming. Oh, I thought there looks like a hole, guys. Oh, my goodness.
How is he getting behind?
Incomplete. Price with the breakup.
That was more Williams.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kendrick Williams on the cover. It's going to bring up 4th down. And I thought there was 2 or 3 holds back here that didn't get called.
Again.
I mean, Jackson Oliver was absolutely cattle roped back there, guys. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Patty comes down to one play.
The white hat is watching the play, and, I mean, like, he got held twice, guys.
He didn't get the call, so here's where it's down
4th
to.
down.
Here we go. Well,
4 at the
4.
Mounties 26-yard line. If you're calling, you're going to call for a quarterback. It's going to be a timeout. 39 seconds to go. We're going to take a timeout with them. The score, the Bulldogs 41 and the Mounties 38. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media.
Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
Back here live at Rogers High School. It's homecoming night here in Rogers, Arkansas. The Fayetteville Bulldogs leading it 41-38, 4th down and 4, ball at the Rogers 26 for the Mounties, 39 seconds to go.
I got my blood pressure cup ready for
I'm going with my bread and butter.
Empty set.
Running Reagan right here.
There's
he's
snap.
gonna pass it. He's wide open. 14 is wide open.
It's going to be caught.
Keep him up. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Is clock not running?
it'll reset when they set the change.
It didn't do that last half. It ran before they set the clock.
It's running
It's
now.
running now.
24.
Oh, yeah, you're going to.
Snap.
Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete.
That is the third time on this drive that somebody's got behind the
15.
defense. Somebody, I mean, you got to get – somebody just has to stay back and play center field.
They're
At
trying
this
to
point.
go – they're taking those 20-yard passes, try to get down in field goal range, guys.
I just don't understand why we can't put somebody back.
Like, they've gotten behind the defense 3 different times.
Second down at the Mountie 41-yard line.
What's their timeout situation?
It's going to be a timeout.
Does Rogers have any timeouts left?
Has Fayetteville
I
called
think
that?
so. Yeah, Fayetteville just called this one.
15 seconds. Ball at the Rogers 41. Second down. Fayetteville leading it 41-38. Dogs took the lead on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Odom to our guy, Mr. Reliable, the senior, Charlie Graves. Guys, just another ball game that lived up for the third year in a row
Yeah.
to what we all thought this would be. In my estimation, these are the two best teams in the conference.
Right. Situationally, Pat, you know what I'm saying? If they only got one timeout left, 15 seconds, I mean, they can take something over the middle and call a timeout.
Yes.
But, you know, it's got to be something substantial to make it worth it.
Second down, 15 seconds, ball at the Rogers 41-yard line. They're going to need about 30 or so yards to get into field goal range, maybe more. You want to bring a couple of those guys up. Empty. There's a snap. Reagan. He'll roll right. Pressure coming.
He pitched to 14, but he pitched it out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds.
It's going to be a catch. It's going to be a catch by 14, a fumble.
6 seconds left. Got one shot.
So it's a 12-yard gain. Now let's see what they're going to say now. He caught it as a lateral. They may say incomplete pass. If not, it's a fumble.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be incomplete probably. I remember several years ago at Bentonville, this same play happened with Fayetteville, and it was ruled an incomplete pass.
As well as it should be because
That night.
he never had complete possession.
But, I mean, how consistent have we been tonight? So I'm looking for this not to go Fayetteville's way. 6 seconds left in the ball game.
To
Here
a
comes
flag.
the explanation. Yep.
And while we got the little low
It'll
hill
be a
pat,
10-yard penalty, I believe.
go run through these 7A West
And we'll have
scores.
6 seconds left.
Springdale beat Bentonville West 28-24.
Dogs remain undefeated.
Harbor beat Heritage 63-32, and Bentonville beat Northside 35-14.
So the Red Dogs are the only undefeated team in the conference at 5-0.
They got Harbor next week. Oh, that's a
It's going to have 6 seconds. Enough time for one play. It's going to be a loss of down on the play. It's going to bring up third down, 6 seconds.
I'm assuming they got no timeouts. I don't see any timeouts left.
They got one.
One timeout with one play left, 41-38. Ball at the Rogers 48-yard line. Reagan is in the shotgun. Here we go. It'll be timeout Rogers, as I believe they're going to take their final timeout of the ball game. 41-38 Bulldogs. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lindsay and Associates, with an office in Fayetteville, an office location in Rogers, and their newest location in Bentonville. That's Lindsay and Associates. We bring great neighbors together. It's also brought to you by C-Max Southern Kitchen. And just believe me, it is just that good. They have locations at 7420 West Sunset Avenue in Tawnytown, 909 South Thompson in Springdale, 2190 MLK Boulevard in Fayetteville, and Highway 412 in Siloam Springs. I want to thank those guys. And lastly, First Choice Protection Systems. And get this, people, if you're a veteran, they do honor the veteran discount. So make sure you reach out to our good buddies at First Choice Protection Systems for all your security needs. Guys, what do you think? 6 seconds, Rogers in their last play. If you're Coach Harbison and that offensive staff, what are you trying to do?
Well, they trying to get something going down the field, you know. If not, you know, it's going to be some type of what they drew up similarly, something like a throwback pass. But I think what you got to do is get a quick strike to get you in field goal range, call timeout, and hope you have enough time to get it off. It's got to be something quick, though, Pat.
Aaron, defensively for Fayetteville, what can you do?
You guard the sideline and you knock everything down. Don't try to go out there being a superhero. We don't need you to catch an interception with 6 seconds left. Knock the ball down, make sure it hits the ground, and nobody from Rogers can actually catch it.
Here we go. 6 seconds, ball at the Mountie 48. Reagan, empty backfield.
Okay. Oh, no.
Got him.
Make the tackle.
Got him.
All right, there we go. Game over.
And that's the ball game. The Fayetteville Bulldogs will get out of here in a close one.
Run out of here.
41-38. What a ball game, guys. And let's wrap this up. Players of the game, who you got?
I'm going to go with Odom on offense.
That's
Go with Garrett Odom.
He need to get the guys back over there on the sideline.
Yeah.
Who you got player of the game?
Well, I mean, if I'm picking a player of the game right now, I'm going to have to go with Katavian Taylor. That was a big score for me. He did a phenomenal job. We did not have a consistent running game tonight, and I would have to go with him. Although Jason Delamar had an outstanding performance as well.
What about that? I'm gonna go with the game winner, Charlie Graves.
Yeah.
Great concentration. It just seems like Charlie always seems to make that play. Defensively, who we going with?
I like what Price did in the second half.
Woo!
He was able to kind of bring in a different type of energy off the edge.
Yeah,
they were able
yeah.
to kind of stop that run game in the second half as much as they could. But I'm gonna go with Odom and Price.
I'm gonna go with Grayson Jerry.
Okay.
Thought number 14 came in and was able to really be a factor and slow down number 1. As we know, Reagan didn't run as wild as he did until 14 got in. So I'm going to go with junior Grayson Jerry. Special teams, who we got?
The whole special teams, everybody.
That's why I'm going to go with Mr. Price. I thought it was a big-time recovery by Mr. Price.
Obviously, Will Price on that. I do want to say that I will go ahead and agree with you on the defense side of the ball. Grayson Jerry had an outstanding game tonight. Yeah. 14 flew around the field, made a lot of plays 44. For us, and kind of settled things
99 as well. Oh, yeah, Big Jack's in the middle.
Big Jackson Oliver gets
the
boat.
We can't forget about him. Have a good one.
Hey, that's going to do it for us. We want to thank all of our crew, Demetrius Johnson, the producer, my analyst, Aaron Ragland, and DC We won't say who DC is. He kind of wants to be
Mr. Bull
incognito.
Chicken.
We can say
Hey,
Mr.
we
Bull
going to
hey,
get
that's
that
what we
ball
gonna call
chicken
it.
tonight.
Mr. Ball
Chicken.
Chicken.
We're going to get
Mr.
that ball chicken
hey,
tonight.
what we call him? Mr.
Bull
Ball
Chicken.
Chicken.
We're going to get that chicken tonight.
Hey, the Bulldogs go to 4-1, guys. Be sure and join us next week as the Bulldogs will host the Northside Grizzlies at Harmon Field. We'll be on the air at 6:15 with the pregame show. Once again, if you're not doing anything on Wednesdays, be sure and check us out at the KC Dick Show as we join us live down at CMAC Southern Kitchen. We'll be on the air from 1 to 1:45 with the KC Dick Show. That's going to do it from my guys and from myself live from Whitney Smith Stadium, Fayetteville 41, and the Rogers Mounties 38. And you know what we got to say. That's going to do it. Y'all take care. Be blessed, and let's get it. You've been watching Bulldog Football live on the Hill Media TV. Good night, everybody.